Welcome to another episode of the Protein Bros podcast. I am your host, Jeff Wasserman. With me, as always, is my co-host, Kyle Combs.
What's going on, guys?
And today we have a third host, the king of Kansas City, Julian Marquez.
Back at it like a crack addict with no drugs.
We said we'd be bringing him back for another episode, and today we brought one of his very good friends, and now one of ours, Martinez. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Nice to meet y'all. Well, obviously,
but see you again.
For sure.
Thanks for doing
all
this,
the
man.
same.
Thanks
Yeah.
for being on the
Appreciate
podcast.
y'all for having me. Thank you.
Mana is an up-and-coming, awesome UFC fighter, and he's got his second fight in the UFC, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's going down on February the 13th, 12th?
12th.
The day before Super Bowl Sunday. Yes. And you said something pretty cool about what you're going to do if the Chiefs make it to Super Bowl Sunday.
So if the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl, I'll...
Fuck do you mean if?
Okay. When the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl, the following day I'm going to fly back out here and attend the Super Bowl or whatever y'all have
the
here.
festivities.
Yeah,
the festivities, dude.
Yeah, the vibes.
Yeah.
The vibes out here.
Where you going to take them, Julian? Power and Light?
No, I'm going to stay at my house to watch the Super Bowl. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that goes out. I don't like
City,
being...
dude.
Your king of Kansas City does not like going out.
I saw you walking in a fashion show with like 500 people there.
There's like fucking 5. They just added.
People.
There was a bunch of cutout people all around. They made it look like there was more. No, I'm kidding. I did walk in a fashion show and it was pretty cool. It is Kansas City fashion, and there were, but I like
good dudes over there.
I walked and then I walked my way to the car and went home while everyone went out. I don't go out, but I will say this: after you win your fight on February 12th, Mana, that is right before a really good day called Valentine's Day. And if you're on the mic,
it's Valentine.
I didn't think of that.
If you're on the fucking mic, and you do
with
not,
Joe Rogan, by the way, because it's pay-per-view.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
if you do not ask some very popular, beautiful lady, has to be a pop star,
Dude,
can't be Miley.
That's a really good point. Right
And
before
then you go there,
Valentine's
I
Day.
did not
why are
think
you-
of that.
I know you didn't think of that because I am a genius.
This is a good question. Who are you going to ask?
Yeah,
Who's the pop star
who
that
comes
you're
to
gonna,
mind?
I mean,
According to Julian, she can't be too out of this world. She can't be like too popular. She has to be a mid-tier pop star if you actually want to reply.
she just had to be down though.
Yeah.
It's very tough to find the ones that are down.
She's got to be cool with the fan base.
Yeah, who's your
You know what I'm
Houston
saying?
girl? Who's your Houston girl?
Megan Thee Stallion.
There you go, right there, all day.
Megan Thee Stallion, boy from Houston. You got to, dude. I mean, I think this is an easy done deal.
Wasn't there a rapper that tried to? Wasn't like Drake or something trying to hook up with her, and she like totally told him no.
No, man, but I mean, like I think there was some drama with her and what's his face, the other like R&B artist that's really good from Canada,
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
That dude, he like shot her.
Shot her in the foot. Or
Dude, he like legitimately like.
Is this recently?
No, like this happened. This shit went down in like the last couple of years. Like,
No
it's a
kidding.
big
within
deal.
the last year, and supposedly told her dance, and she didn't dance or something, and so he like shot at her feet. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds.
Along
I
the lines
mean,
of that.
Tory Lanez too. Like if you see them both like in a music video, because that's all my only like that's my only like basis I got. Dude, she could beat his ass.
Oh yeah,
Like
for
Tory
sure.
Lanez is like looks like a 5'7", 5'6", like 150, something like that. Comparatively to her looking 180.
Yeah, she's definitely a stallion, and he's a pony.
Exactly.
So what's your
Compared to that.
Well
No.
stated. Yeah.
How's
If
your,
you compare the size.
so what are you gonna say to her? What's the what's the
I
draw?
can't
What's the
quite
hook?
Said it. Not Miley. Meg is, I think, has a boyfriend, so I'd have to think of someone else.
Dude,
Oh
no.
my God, even
You're a
better.
UFC fighter. Just beat up her boyfriend.
Even better, dude. Like,
It
hey,
doesn't matter.
if that she doesn't have a ring on the finger, dude.
You
don't
want to
have
do it how
respect
this is
that.
how you have to do it. This is how I did it. This week or the week before is going to be the Super Bowl, correct?
Here's the truth. Liam
Was it-
Hemsworth was probably dating Miley whenever Julian shouted her out.
No, they just got their divorce final.
But I'm saying that, and I'm telling you now that, hey, this shit ain't gonna last forever. Shoot your
Right.
shot.
Good call.
And I mean, at the end of the day, like it's not like she's going to be like, oh, fuck this guy. Like, nah, man, you just gave her free PR on ESPN on pay-per-view. You made her even more relevant than what she was on that day.
You all know
Think
I'm
about
from
it.
Houston, and I'm looking for a Valentine in a couple days. Like Meg, like you don't know me, but I know you.
Dude, y'all are geniuses.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Here, dude,
Just
and
saying,
also
let me take you out to dinner. You know what I mean?
when
Let me
you-
treat you right.
when you come back to Kansas City, the thing that you need to go to is the Victory Parade.
Let's do that.
That's the move.
Jeff is an expert at Victory Parade. Anything Victory Parade. He's drove a golf cart in the last Victory Parade that we had after the Super Bowl. And, it was
totally sanctioned, totally by the book.
I thought he was going to get arrested. I was like, well,
snuck your way in there. Or?
I have a golf cart that I personally just own, and it just happens to look like everybody else's golf carts that were in the parade.
Nice.
And so it just drove onto the route and said like,
no, you didn't just drive onto the route. You made a sign that was fraud by saying it was some kind of
KRBZ radio station.
Yeah,
nice.
A random
4 call letters.
I like that.
KRBZ.
I get a text from Jeff that day, and it's a picture of Travis Kelce hanging off the bus, and Jeff's taking it from his golf cart right next to him. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's a really great day.
That's pretty badass. Yeah. Like, I guess after we win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna have to get on that golf cart and
I'm definitely riding it in again. But that was also the most like terrifying day of my life. We could do a whole podcast on getting off the parade route, because once you're on, like, imagine it's like 2 miles long, straight shot, in downtown Kansas City. And the whole like exhilarating part of getting on the parade route was just really terrifying, right? Like having to talk to multiple cops, etc., have them move the gate for you because you're an intern with KRBZ and you need to get these 2 guests to the rally. And these 2 guests are really important. And that's just my friend Justin and his ex-wife at the time, right? So the 3 of us are on the golf cart and we get on. But then imagine you're on there, right? And you're on the route, you're driving. But imagine that on the walls are those like classic, just kind of like barricade rent fences, right? There's the metal spoke fences. And you can't possibly drive off the route. It's not possible. Like once you're on, and every single human being, there's over 1 million people on the route, right? So it's just, everybody's just elbow to elbow all the way along the fence line. So if that golf cart won, first thing comes to mind, what if it runs out of gas? Because I have a gas golf cart. I don't remember the last time I filled it up. Like once I'm on, I'm like, oh shit, I can't get off this. This could be like 2 hours of me driving at 3 miles an hour.
Before we go into this and down the rabbit hole, like, how did you not think of filling the damn tank up before you go in? Like, that's like going on a road trip without putting gas in your car and without going to the bathroom first.
So when you have a golf cart or a tractor or whatever it may be that you don't have to,
Jeff has no idea about a tractor, but
you don't got to fill up shit like once every 6 months is like when you really fill it up. So you don't really think about it. You just got to fill it up like every 6 months. It's really not a big deal. That thing does like 70 miles to the gal.
But still, it doesn't matter. Like, you knew you were about to be stuck up in this.
Did not know. That's the point. So I went to go pick up my buddy and his wife at their apartment, which happened to be, I had to get on the parade route to get down there. That's the truth. So I got on the parade route way before it started, drove down there, hung out with them, and then realized that all of the Chiefs players were loading up at their apartment complex. It was down on the riverfront at the Union riverfront, like apartment complex. That's where they were loading up. And so after they loaded up and got on the route and started driving to the start of the parade, we had to get back there. And I couldn't take my golf cart on the highway. So I went to the cop and I was just like, hey man, like I'm with KRBZ. I need to get on, over this bridge. I need you to let me through. I'll get off whenever I get on the other side. And he's like, oh, KRBZ, good enough for me. And opened up the fence. So now I'm on the route. And then imagine you're like thinking, okay, I told them once I get over this bridge, I'm going to get off the route. Well, there was a lot of people there. I couldn't really get off very easily. And I was like, starting to realize that we're blending in with the other golf carts, starting to realize that like we're just lined up with the rest of the parade right now and nobody is saying a thing to us. Not a single thing is being said. Like I don't have a lanyard. I don't have anything like special. I'm just like on the parade with these other golf carts that have these random names, right? They're probably like non-for-profits that partner with the Chiefs and shit. And we're like, all right, let's just keep a straight face and see how long we can go with this. And then once we got like into the parade and we're like driving through confetti and people are cheering for us, yelling KRBZ, we're like, oh shit, like we're just on the parade now.
We're part of it.
We're in. Look, yeah.
You can't fail at that point.
I got videos for days. Luke, make sure you post those. It's probably a good week to release the fact that, I was in the Super Bowl parade.
No. Let's do it after and like, let's do this again. And then I will get the information of where they're starting up and we'll go there prior.
Yeah.
And we'll ride together, and I'll make sure that we're going to do this together. I think that would be dope as hell. Sure. Like everything.
King of Kansas City on our sign instead of KRBZ.
Dude, we should do a mobile podcast, parade podcast,
That's not a bad idea.
Think of how wild that would be.
Just IG Live the whole thing.
Yeah, that's it. Like, don't even, like, we're not going to record. We're just going to have the videos.
We're just going to do it live.
And then we're just going to sit there and just see if we can amp the city up. Think
Dude,
of
it was,
that.
Hopefully it's not 0 degrees out like it was last time.
We got to the end of the parade route, like where everybody gets off, and there's an actual barricade that keeps like the public away from the team, right? And I'm on the other side, and there's no way to get across. So that's what I'm saying is I'm like literally trapped in like a cage, if you will. Can't get out.
I know the feeling.
So I parked my golf cart next to the other golf carts. We get off, and unfortunately I'm with these two humans that are extremely good looking, and they're like trying really hard, and I'm not. Like, I'm looking like a homeless person because it was 6 degrees that day. They were like wearing scarves and looked really pretty and Instagrammy, and so they stuck out like a sore thumb. Like, this girl walks by, everybody looks. You know what I'm saying? This guy's like, everybody's like, man, that guy's in great shape. You know, he was a bodybuilder. So my buddy Justin. And so here we are, the three of us. And I'm like, dude, we stick out like a sore thumb. People are going to come up to us. We have no lanyard. And we couldn't just drive off the end because it was trapped by cops.
Were you like,
so
you're
it was
paranoid.
terrifying.
Were you on any like substances, like alcohol or anything?
No, it was like 9 a.m.
Dude, that's insane.
So it was terrifying.
First off, don't like justify time
on
like,
a parade day.
Oh yeah, it's 9 a.m. I'm not going to drink.
All the Chiefs players were hammered for sure.
On the playoff game, like a long ass time ago when I did drink, I would wake up at 5 a.m. and start chugging Fireball. Don't try to justify 9 a.m. Oh, it's 9 a.m. after we won the Super Bowl. I'm not going to drink.
Not a huge day drinker. That's just not me.
I'm just saying that if Jeff would have got caught during that, the penalties from a legal standpoint would have probably been about the same as the guy that ran onto the field last week.
No. The penalty would be a slap on the wrist, dude. It wouldn't be shit.
Well, that happened. So what happened that day is a guy got on the parade route in his car and he started driving on it.
That's what I'm saying.
And they had military there because it was obviously like possible for it to be a terrorist area because a million people are in one spot.
You're not a terrorist. You're white.
I mean, I would have gotten tackled and shit would have happened.
You have a beard, and then at the same
the
time,
beard
like,
goes against him.
They're not doing anything. Like, they're not going to say anything. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are they going to do? Oh, wait a minute. You're telling me you went through our security, you drove your cart on here, and you made it part of the parade? We're going to fine you. No, they're going to be like, good job, bud. And then let you go.
You were harmless. Yeah.
Like, that was it.
That's really what it came down to.
We're doing it again.
So, I'm not afraid. No. But when the firefighter came up to me and said, who are you guys with? And I was like, immediately, like, KRBZ. And they're like, why are you over here? Where's your lanyard? I was like, dude, listen, man. I'm an intern. I'm doing everything I can not to get in trouble right now. I'm literally just standing here with these guests because somehow we got on the route and now I don't know where to go. And he's like, who do I need to talk to? I'm like, you don't need to talk to anybody. We're going to go. We're just going to get out of here right now.
I think that's badass. Mana.
Anyways, we got out
Tell
of here.
me this right now. Tell me this. If like,
commit
after you win, you call out Meg the Stallion. You're out here, your chest is popped up 2 times. You come to Kansas City. You're riding in the fucking parade of the Super Bowl parade that Kansas City just won in a golf cart, looking at millions of Kansas City fans. You would move here, right?
I'm all for it. Well, I've planned on or thought about moving here, but
you can't disown Houston in that moment, though, right? So you can't be like, go Chiefs on the mic. They'd disown you. They'd be like, Texans, man.
No, I've disowned them.
Okay.
For a while now.
All good.
I mean, we haven't had a winning season, or I don't think in a long time. But yeah, Chiefs Kingdom.
I'm with you.
But
hey, respect.
I like it. Yeah, I like the idea, and yeah,
that's what's gonna happen.
Throw me a couple brews, shotgun them.
Absolutely.
Get the crowd really going.
The crowd will throw that shit.
Yeah, no, I think I seen Kelsey or somebody doing
that night. It might have been it was one of the best nights ever, dude, because it was right before the shutdown. It was like a month before. So you're partying with like 1 million people. Everybody's day drinking, having a good time. And then that night was the Post Malone concert. So we went to Post Malone and fucking
those guys were hammered,
and we're all everybody having a good time. Like, you know, the openers were really great that night. And then all of a sudden, Mahomes and Kelsey walk out like amongst the crowd at the bottom, and they gave them like their own little private area. But dude, people went bananas. Of course,
yeah. Dude. Speaking of that, so I have this theory. All right. And it's just, I don't know what it was. I had this theory last, like, I want to say June. And I was talking to one of the cut men. His name is Tate in the UFC. And we're talking. He's like, what's
a cut man? I'm sorry. We're trying to learn.
A cut man in the UFC is the guy that puts the Vaseline on there or in between rounds, gets in to make sure if you have any cuts, they put the Vaseline inside your cut. They make to stop the bleeding. They put the ice pack on your face. Like it's the guy in the black, shirt that says "cut man," and he's working on you while your coach is talking. So that is his role. He's the dopest like cut man you can have. He's funny. He's cool, and we always talk trash whenever our fighters are getting hand wrapped, or whenever I'm getting hand wrapped. He's always wrapping my hands if he's there. And so him and I were talking, and I told him this year, he's like, who do you got going to the Super Bowl? And this is in July. And I said, the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. And I told him, I went through the whole reasoning why I have it. But one of the reasonings why I said...
We should put money on that.
Why I said the 49ers and the Chiefs is because in 2020, when we did win it, everything went to shit. Like everything went crazy, right? I'm telling you, we had Kobe that passed right after. We had the pandemic.
The fucking world just...
the world like kind of just went to shit.
Agreed.
It wasn't right.
Right.
But then, you know what I mean? Like now it's about to restart and it's about to start back over. We're going to win it and the world is going to go back to normal.
You're like Freaky Friday.
Yo,
the black hole is going to close.
It's going to close.
The Chiefs and 49ers play again and all of a sudden everything's back to normal.
Yeah.
We're all going to go back to 2019.
Jimmy Garoppolo is pretty bad. I don't know if he's going to be able to...
I was going to say, explain your reasoning behind choosing the 49ers, please.
Okay. Stop here.
You were all banking on who for the 49ers.
Stop here right now.
Okay.
Stop here right now. Who has gone in the Super Bowl? Who has gone to the Super Bowl in the past 5 years out of the team that are playing this week?
Both the Chiefs, the 49ers and the Rams. The Rams lost to the Patriots.
It's true.
All right. And who always comes in clutch when everyone says that they're not going to fucking win?
The Chiefs.
13 seconds.
Outside of that, who else?
You want us to say the 49ers for this
argument.
Because
for a fact, dude.
But they lost to the fucking Chiefs.
But
they didn't come in clutch.
But no, it's not that. They weren't supposed to be there. They're not supposed to win.
They're the underdogs.
They weren't supposed to win this past weekend.
Sure. Julian, I love you, but have you looked at the Rams roster?
It doesn't matter.
They are
Bro, have you looked at the Brooklyn Nets roster, how they were supposed to be this fucking dream team, and then all of a sudden...
To Kyle's point,
boom.
To Kyle, what Kyle's saying right now, Kyle, you know that the 49ers beat the Rams fucking twice.
I was about to say that.
Already
and also,
this season.
You know this too. Check this out. If they're so undefeated, if they're so awesome, how the fuck did Tom Brady go from 3 points in the first half to fucking tying it up? Tom Brady didn't lose that. The defense did.
We're not going to talk about this year's stats and season because the 49ers lost to the Jets this season.
Yeah, but look where they're at right now.
The fucking Jets.
If I were to sat there and tell you this 4 weeks ago, oh yeah, the 49ers are going to be playing for the championship, you would be like, you're a fucking idiot. You'd be like, oh, they're going to be they're not making it to the playoffs. There's no way.
Green Bay going, which don't bet on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
God dang it.
It's not Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers' team. They don't put anybody there for him. Hold
on. He scored 13 points. No, he scored 10 points.
Yeah, 10.
Listen, you're the MVP quarterback. You don't think that if you put Mahomes on Green Bay, he scores more than 10 points in that game?
Man, it's not that. It's like, who is he throwing it to?
Devontae Adams, like the best receiver in the NFL.
And then who else?
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Who else? When everybody knows you have to fucking guard him.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Aaron Jones.
Look at this whole situation with
Hold on.
Tom Brady had 3 points last week, 3 points in the first half, and then he started finding his receivers, multiple receivers, and got it up to 27-27, which he did not lose that game. His defense lost the game that gave up the field goal. We were in the same position as Kansas City Chiefs were because we had a little bit of time on there. They ran the ball down super fast and got the field goal. They didn't go for overtime. They went for the win. But you're telling me Tom Brady got it to make a tie.
Yeah, Rams tried to give that game away. They had 4 turnovers. They tried to just give the game away.
You're telling me that you don't see a hole in their game right there to where the Niners can sit there and surprise them.
Yeah, you commit 4 turnovers. Doesn't matter who you are, you're going to lose typically.
No.
So
I honestly, with that game, I'm kind of like,
that's a coin flip.
It's
to
a
me.
coin flip. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying
hard to beat anybody 3 times.
The Rams
but it can
are
be
way
done.
more talented in every position.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But sometimes that talent doesn't help out. Man.
That's true.
You gotta have some chemistry.
Hey, and also to the point about Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes throws touchdown passes to Byron Pringle all the time, which he's a pretty good receiver, but I mean he's also not Travis Kelce.
He's
but also
fourth on our list.
Yeah.
But also, wait. You're telling me we're talking about Rodgers has one really solid receiver that you can go to.
I know
all the time.
He has a Hall of Fame
and
receiver.
then we have fucking Travis Kelce that can run around. We have Harden that can run around. We have Hill that can run around. We have Pringle that can run around. And then you're telling me that's 4 fucking people that can catch and run, and you're gonna tell me that like
I'm saying you including McCole Hardman and Byron Pringle is the same as us including Valdez Scantling.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because
I can show you the receiving yards. They're about the same.
Pringle made some good.
The only thing that I would give you
Pringle's
on that
good,
is that
but it's just when they're covering.
Kelsey's kind of the X factor in that because he sucks up. Basically, if you have Tyreek and Kelce on the same, those guys, you have to cover those guys, which is gonna leave somebody else open.
Absolutely.
Typically.
Yeah, you got an intermediate route guy and you got a long, obviously a burner route.
Like we're talking about, what happens when you stop Debo? Who gets the ball?
The running backs.
Who gets the ball if you try to stop Debo?
What's his name?
George Kittle.
Yep.
Kittle.
Yep.
And if you try to stop Kittle, who gets the ball? Debo.
Yeah, but then you got Garoppolo trying to get it to him, so that's the problem.
Hey,
that's why they're going to lose.
He gets it done.
He does, as much as he tries to give it
away.
away.
Revisit this conversation.
Whoever gives the ball away the most is going to lose.
We will, and if it comes down to it, and your guy has to come in, maybe he steps up and clutches up. Because you were banking on, before the beginning of the season, the 49ers and Trey.
I did. Trey Lance, dude.
Nance or Lance, whatever his
He's
last
great.
name.
Yeah, he's going to start next year.
That's why he said the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
I think he's just savage. That kid is.
They compare him to Mahomes all the time.
Yeah, he's very athletic.
That kid can play. And dude, Garoppolo, man, he just somehow that dude fucking wins.
He finds a way. Yeah, he's got an
and you can't
unbelievable
shit on
record.
him. You could say he's terrible or whatever. That dude finds a fucking way.
if you're in the NFL and you're a starting quarterback, you're already better than 99.999% of all quarterbacks that play.
But this dude's always getting, like, he's always there.
But when you're comparing to somebody like Mahomes or
you think like
even Matthew Stafford.
I think Garoppolo and Alex Smith are a really good comparison. They obviously both played for the 49ers. They're both great game managers. They're not known for their passing records by any means.
Alex Smith had a great last year.
But hey,
I
agree.
He was dropping
I'm
bombs.
saying like for the most part of his career, that's where he was at. He was just like a really good game manager. He threw the ball accurately, never turned the ball over. But Jimmy G's been turning the ball over.
And he also played for the 49ers.
You know what's crazy, though, is Jimmy G turns the ball over, but guess what he does that some people don't? Like some of these quarterbacks don't.
Overthrows people in the end zone to lose the Super Bowl.
No, he fucking wins. He fucking wins, man. He finds a way to win.
Unless it's the Super Bowl and he overthrows a receiver.
I'm okay. That's okay.
And it was awesome. We were there for that, and it was the best thing ever because we were terrified.
Two shitheads sitting in front of us, a dad and his son, probably,
two 49er
fans.
They were
talking shit, and then as soon
turning
as we
around,
came back,
they were literally giving us the evil eye after some 49er scores. Man, it was tough at the Super Bowl. Like if anybody here listening has done like the Arrowhead experience, where you stand the whole game, you're rowdy as hell, you cheer the whole time, and when you go to the Super Bowl is very different, and you feel terrible because people around you, like, how much those tickets cost, and so it's like we were standing the whole game, and people behind us were sitting. We felt like dicks, like guys, we just came all this way for this game. I'm not gonna sit back and relax.
Didn't care. I was just like, fuck off, dude.
I'm like, we're here to be intense and we're here to root on our team. Like, this is a lifelong dream.
I watched the Chiefs suck.
Yeah, like I'm at the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna sit down and be relaxed. Like, if you're doing that, you're not a real fan in our heads. We're like, dude, get over it and stand up.
The Super Bowl is like it's full of a lot of people that I don't even know if they're super big fans. After going there, it's like people go for the experience more than they go. Like there's tons of people out there that are like, we're going to go to the Super Bowl, but I'm not even a fan of the team that's there. You just kind of pick out a team.
Yeah, they have enough. They have the right
kind of like people that just go to bars. They just go to the bars for the experience. They don't care. They don't care what's going on. They just want the alcohol.
We're just here to celebrate.
Find some random strange out there. That's literally what it is. The Super Bowl is the same way, because I'll tell you this right now, and this is like no disrespect, but it could be disrespectful. I don't think we can fill up Kansas City fans. I don't think they have the money to pay for those Super Bowl tickets.
Sure.
And how expensive they are. There are a select few and a good percentage, but dude, those Super Bowl tickets are friggin' ridiculous.
Man, we got ours free.
You got yours free. Who did you blow?
Well, Jeff.
I like how you both fucking froze that one up.
Yeah, no, Jeff is an expert at finagling things from people. That's my term for it, is finagling things. But we advertise on the radio, and Jeff got on the phone with our radio DJ, or not our DJs, our radio reps, and was like, "Hey, we want to go to the Super Bowl. I know you guys got tickets, and we spend a bunch of money with you. Can you make that happen?"
Well, it was a promise to spend a lot more money with them in the coming years.
But first of all, we were going to do that anyway.
We were going to do it anyway
because we needed we'd already opened more stores, so we needed more advertising as it was. And
but they gave us free hotel, free airfare, and 2 free tickets.
Went and saw a Zach Brown band,
and we got free Zach Brown. Yeah, it was unbelievable. Dude.
So
unbelievable.
I'm gonna give you a royal fuck you from every single person that was sitting there on fucking call, sitting there. Oh, I'm gonna get with KRW and fucking
KRBZ, dude.
KRBZ, fucking.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even think about it, but Jeff was like, as soon as we got in the Super Bowl, he's like, our radio station's going to have tickets. I know they're going to have tickets. And he hit them up, and they were like, yeah, we could probably do that.
Dude, you finagling.
But hey, no. Hold on.
I'm with it.
Hold on. Let me explain this even more, because they came back and they were like, okay, we'll give you tickets. We also have tickets to a concert the night before. And Jeff was just like, yeah, but we're going to need you to pay for those flights too. Can you pay for the flights? And they were like,
and the hotel.
And the hotel.
It's not an all expenses paid trip. It's a tickets paid expenses
Jeff
trip.
was like, listen, man, I mean, it's cool that we got those tickets, but they're paying for the hotel and they're paying for the flights.
You know what the hotel was, though? Because this is how bad the Super Bowl is.
Oh, it's gross.
We paid.
Well,
I mean, obviously, yeah, but the price of a Super Bowl hotel was $730 for like a classic, just Holiday Inn Express, right? Like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't good, but it was
just right.
And it was 45 minutes away from the stadium.
Oy.
And it was $730 a night, and we stayed for, I think, 3 nights. It was
on the beach, dude.
Yeah. They said it was on the beach, and then it was like, kind of.
Well, I mean, you could see the beach.
Yeah, you could see it.
Look,
it was just not a nice place.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right now, I hear someone bitching about free.
See, no,
beggars can't be choosers.
Hold on. This is how we got those, because I was like pumped that we got the tickets, and Jeff's like, no, we need flights down there. At the time, we didn't have much money, and he was just like, no, dude, that's not okay. We need flights down there too.
Because I knew the flight was going to be expensive as fuck.
At this point, I'm like, I can't even believe that you're going to go back and ask for that.
Dude,
and he's like, I'm gonna expect it. I'm like, okay.
Dude, it's one of those things where when it comes to radio, we don't pay like a little bit. Like,
you pay enough. I get
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I get it.
Hundreds of thousands.
Dude, I get it for sure. But like,
so give us 12.
I pay with
for free
with flights.
I pay with time to listen to that radio, to call in, and you literally just fucked me out of that phone call.
Yeah.
How
true.
so?
He's equating
because
you taking the tickets.
you legitimately, they were planning on giving that out to somebody to
no,
call
they were
in.
not. They were planning on making a $90,000
call
contract
in
with
today, and you could get free expenses paid for to go to the Super Bowl.
They never did that.
And like they could have.
That's what they do for like if they want to give you like a free drink at like a fucking Power and Light.
Fun fact: my brother did win Sleepy Hollow tickets from the radio 98.9 The Rock, and he won. You remember when Sleepy Hollow came out?
Oh, Johnny Depp,
like
classic,
fucking old school movie. Like
Sleepy
Hollow. No, oh man,
yeah,
it was so bad.
It was with Johnny Depp.
With Johnny Depp. No.
Headless
it was
Horseman.
Called Headless Horseman. Yeah,
dude,
but it was called Sleepy Hollow.
It was
awesome.
Sleepy Hollow. Terrible fucking movie. But yet,
it's
still interesting. I loved it.
Yeah,
and he got it on the radio.
They need to remake that.
And
that
if in that time, if Sleepy Hollow was popular, and like people was all about that movie and thought it'd be awesome, he would have fucking finagled me out of those tickets. Jeff, you would have taken them. Fuck.
Dude, I would have gone with you. What are you talking about? It would have been your idea.
It would have been my idea.
Yeah.
So you're gonna tell me this. So we're gonna get on the parade. You're gonna finagle us some Super Bowl tickets, and then Mana's gonna
the
call
Super Bowl happened first, and then the parade.
Yeah, well, I'm just going through the whole podcast right now, trying to figure out where we're at right now. What else can you finagle for me?
I mean, pretty much nothing besides I did get you here, get you on this podcast.
Do you think we can get? Yeah, that is true, but that was like a friendship. There was no.
Are you gonna finagle us away to disc golf with these grand champions you're talking about?
You're trying to play,
dude. I'm trying to win.
You're trying to play. dude, get out of here with your little fucking. I'm trying to win.
Hey, Julian and I go disc golfing from time to time, and I dominate them.
Oh,
literally,
fuck off,
dominate them.
fuck off. We're one and a fucking in like 3 draws.
He loves.
And we do the
shootout.
We do a shootout every time at the end, and it's like who gets closer to the basket wins. And it's like, all right, there we go.
I can outdrive him, and he outputts me every time.
Yeah,
we're together. We're pretty good. If we were just one guy
together, we'd be
Jeff's
awesome.
a liar when it comes to like athletic stuff. He always tells people that he beat me. He used to beat me when we played racquetball every day.
I never have told a soul that I beat Kyle in racquetball, and we even have it on story on this podcast where I said I never won.
Okay, good. All
Not
right.
one time.
Well, then he's probably telling the truth.
When it comes to racquetball, dude, it's just a fun sport to play, by the way. Well, just like pickleball, because I know Julian gets down on pickleball.
Dude. Oh, well, he doesn't believe that I'm good at fucking pickleball. I'm like, dude.
I believe he's good.
Bro, he's all talking shit.
Bust your ass.
Bro, he's Mono's talking shit.
Should we do duels?
You need to stop.
Should we 2-on-2 it?
Mono was like, oh, you don't do this? I was like, dude, I have 1 trophies. And he's like, no, you didn't. Bro, I had to show him a picture.
Show him the trophies.
He did. He showed me a picture. I was like,
bro, I have. They get Michelob Ultra gave me paddles, and I had a fucking medallion. You know, like
fucking. They gave you a medallion.
Yeah, they gave you like this like fucking
double dragon.
It wasn't even, yeah, dude, straight up. It wasn't even like a pennant, or it wasn't even a medal. It was a fucking medallion. I'm like,
some like old sensei guy comes out of the crowd and gives it to you.
Yeah, it was like, what
takes
the
like
fuck?
a brown like old piece of material. Some
dude,
shit,
I was like, what is
unravels
this?
it, passes it to you. It's like has like a glow to it. It's probably 1,000 years old.
Dude, it's fucking. It was disgusting. It was a Michelob Ultra. They like put it together, and it was like,
I just love it. It wasn't a medal. It was a medallion.
It was a fucking medallion. You know.
I feel like if it's a medallion, it's got to have some like jewels in it or
That's
something.
what I'm saying. I was like some mystical like.
They tried. It had so
fucking
like,
Lord of the Rings.
This thing legitimately. It like obviously it's an oval, and like they had fake shit all on it to make it stand out. It was like Michelob Ultra, and it had like cool like little stars and all this extra shit. It's like this isn't a fucking like. This isn't something that you give out to like a kid that just won first place in like wrestling. This is something you give to someone like you went to party like America and you bought like some theme, some like ancient theme. You're like, oh, let me put this and let me slap on Michelob Ultra. It's a fucking medallion. It's not a trophy. It's not a medal. It's a.
Do you have a picture of that we can put up for the podcast?
It's on my Instagram.
Mono, so is pickleball big in Houston where you're from? What gives you this confidence?
I've actually never played it.
You just don't think Julian's very athletic?
Yeah, I doubt him in a lot of things. When we sparred, when we grappled, bowling,
and
a lot of things. But
what happened?
We're not going to talk about that on podcast.
Okay,
we can talk about it after.
But were you not amazed?
I was surprised.
You were amazed.
Not amazed, surprised.
You were amazed.
But,
are we talking about bowling or are we talking about sparring?
Everything, yeah.
Ping pong.
He surprises me, yeah.
How's your ping pong game? Because it's generally just like big old ping pong.
Yeah,
that's pickleball.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't have to be as fast.
No, man. You can play pickleball till you're like 80.
I see that at Lifetime. Those dudes get down. Old cats wearing
Legitimately.
headbands, everything. I'm
Respect.
Like, that's gonna be me,
dude. I mean, it's crazy out south in Kansas City. Like, it's a culture.
Is it?
People legitimately like pickleball courts like fill up fast. Like, you got to reserve weight.
That's
crazy.
I
Kansas City has the number 1 or number 2 player in the world that lives here.
I didn't know there was rankings, to be honest.
Oh no! And
you get the rankings when you get the medallion. They tell you.
Yeah, dude.
He was there.
Julian got pushed down to number 10 whenever that guy got ranked.
He's a fucking savage.
What's his name?
Like, dude, I can't even think of it off the top.
It's
of my
got to
head.
be something cool like Trip McNeely.
Dude, if you look at him, he's just like a normal.
Yeah,
he's like a normal dude, and I was talking to Franklin Pickleball. Because like Franklin Sports.
Yeah, Franklin, obviously number 1 ping pong paddle company in the country.
Yeah. There you go. There it is. You see that fucking shitty medallion?
Dude, I thought it would be like on some like leather twine. I didn't think it'd be on a
fucking
sash.
shitty, dog.
It's kind of small,
Bro,
Julian.
that's just a medal.
It's kind of small, man.
You had her hearts really swelling on a medallion. It's a medal.
Anyways, it's a fucking medallion.
Is it always that small?
That's what she said. Hey, it's not the size of the torpedo. It's the impact that counts. And I'm number 1. Fuck you. Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Please don't drop it.
But yeah, I'm not gonna drop it. No. So I was talking to them, and like I ended up going out to this like this
Franklin
HQ,
deal,
and so they're like, hey, yeah, we'll have him out there as well, and I was like, cool. So I met the dude, and he's a shorter guy, probably about 5'6" to 5'8", and everyone's all sitting there like, oh yeah, dude, this dude's fucking phenomenal. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm watching these pros, these actual pros play, and these guys, like, when you're watching it, it's almost like a fast-paced tennis. Like, you're like, holy shit, I've never seen pickleball being played this quick, this fast. You see these guys making the turns, everything, and it was insane. And I'm watching them, and they finally, like, first point scored, and literally, I swear to you, it was probably about, I don't know, 90 seconds of them going back and forth.
The volleys are just like super long.
It was insane. Like, these games were long.
Sounds
so
impressive.
I'm sitting there like, holy shit. So I want to talk to him. I was like, hey man, how long you been playing? This, that, and the other. And the guy's telling me his time. And then he goes, I was like, and so like, what ranking are you in the world? And he goes, oh man, like, he goes, I'm not even ranked in the world. I was like, so how do you fare up with that guy? You know? And he goes, oh man, I wouldn't even score a point. I said, what? You wouldn't even score a point? Bro, you just won the fucking tournament we're at, and you wouldn't even score a point on him. He's like, no, man, he's just that good. I'm like, what do you mean? How are you
gotta
not?
See this?
You're a fucking expert, and you can't even score a point on him? Like, that, I've never.
Old boy getting in the flow state.
So did you watch this guy that's number one? Did you watch him play at all?
I have not watched him play at all or nothing. But everyone there at the deal, like, I would ask them questions, and it was just a conversation starter. And this guy is, like, they're all telling him, like, dude, he's fucking good. Like, they have, like, ranking numbers as well. And I don't know exactly. I think it's like your handicap, or it goes up your number, and like, oh, you're a 4, you're a 5. And it goes to 5.
I feel like pickleball at that level would be more interesting if you had to, like, chug 6 beers before you played. You know, just like a chicken and pickle.
Pickleball, no, it probably is. But, dude, if you watch, like, when you watch these intense matches, it's the same thing as if you watch any,
ping pong, where you're like, wow, how are those guys
you're just
making ping pong?
You're
You
interested.
even see the ball.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
Apparently, Mahomes is also phenomenal at ping pong. That's his thing. That's
What
his
can
thing.
he do?
Oh, dude, I watched some
Beat
like
me in pickleball, motherfucker.
there was some
Swear
kind
up.
of that's true. There's this or I don't know, some kind of like show or whatever. Just they talked to like all of his like buddies growing up, and they were all just like, yeah, dude, he was just that dude growing up all the time. Like, they were like, if it was, you know, ping pong or golf or like foursquare, and like he was just killing everybody and everything. And so I'm like, oh man, we all had that kid in our school.
I got a buddy, Cole Waddell. It's like that.
Yeah,
beats
just
us in everything.
Picks
I'm
up
like, fuck
picks
you,
up
dude.
anything and like give him like, you know, 2 tries at it, and now he's better than everybody. You know, sounds like that dude decided pickleball was the route he needed to take, but he probably was good at everything. But he knew he was going to blossom when it came to pickleball the most.
You know, pickleball just came out of nowhere, though. Like, honestly, no one really was like talking about pickleball until Chicken and Pickle popped
Dude, I
up.
did middle school pickleball, like as in like it was like an elective,
had-
and I never saw it or played it again. So you're right, like 20 years past.
You had middle school pickleball?
We did.
Jesus, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't even know pickleball was a thing. Like, badminton was my biggest shit talking thing.
Oh
You
yeah,
love a shuttlecock.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Any chance for a you know, prepubescent kid to say cock?
Dude, oh, absolutely. I would tell
Dear
people.
Lord, I said shuttlecock every day about 100 times when
Yeah,
we're playing
like-
badminton.
Yeah, as many times as you can say it. Yeah.
I was when people would ask me, like, I go to fights and they would like talk to me, and they'll ask like, oh, why is everyone taking photos with you? Because, you know, I'm like known but not really known.
Right.
So like, why is everyone? Oh, it's like, oh, I'm a shuttlecock champion. I went to the Olympics and I took gold back to back.
You seen that KC giant shuttlecock at the Nelson Atkins Art Museum?
It's so funny. It's so funny because like no one can like battle you on it. And I did it online, like on interview for the UFC. They're like, oh, you know, what do you do? I was like, well, I went to the Olympics for shuttlecock. They're like, what's shuttlecock? Badminton. I'm a badminton champion. You know, I gave it up as a kid. It was a fun time, but, you know, that's what really propelled my career in MMA. And they're like, how does that help
I got these quick hands, man.
How does that help you? And I'm like, well, if you never played, then you don't know. And I just leave it at that, and we'll go on to the thing. And there's interviews of me talking.
Just leave it awkward.
It's so fucking hilarious. Like, everyone does interviews like the same. It doesn't matter how'd you start. Well, this, that, and the other. How did this? You handle the fucking interview. I'm letting you know right now.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm learning from you.
I'm letting you know.
The time I've been here.
Bro,
like, I had no idea or to think anything to think about a Valentine's. And
I handle all
The day before, I mean, it's too perfect. 2 days before.
Dude, you're taking it's my blueprint.
okay.
I literally put that into use, and like, you have to do it. Like, it's just perfect. And it doesn't matter who you call out with, if they're married or not. It's not about that. It's about them getting the interaction. If you can get the interaction,
you just need her to engage back.
Yes.
That's it. And
sure.
she will, or someone will. Like,
everybody's going to tag her in that.
Oh
post,
yeah. And you can't ignore it. Like when you see ESPN, when you see Sports Center posting a video or your like photo, and then they put it on there, like she has to answer, because that is marketing 101. Her agents, everything, they're going to want that to happen. And even then, man, like, bro,
we're calling the shot right now.
Yeah, we are.
Megan the Stallion, it's going down. That's your Valentine.
Don't be a pussy either. Like,
I'm not, but if I think someone else can I
mean, yeah, you
sway
can sway that way, but you have to make sure it's even better that it's Megan the Stallion, because she is from Houston.
That's what I mean. It's got to be with her being hometown and you being hometown, and it's in Houston, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude! Like, how are you? It's just perfect.
I mean, it's the fight's in Houston, isn't it?
Yes.
So I mean, like, dude, what are we doing? It's just it's got to be Megan.
Who else are you going to call out?
It sounds like you got someone in your pocket.
Yeah. There's this IG model, Chantel Jeffries.
Bro, no one knows who the fuck she is, though.
Chantel
like 10 million people.
Chantel Jeffries, people know she's definitely famous. But what I'm saying is, she ain't Megan the Stallion.
She's not Megan the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion, our moms know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hot girl.
Exactly. She's hot girl summer.
All right, hear me out. So Joe Rogan on the mic. All right, bro. I'm like, yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up, Joe. I need a Valentine. So Meg, I hear you're a hot girl. I'm a hot boy. What's up?
I love it.
Because she's always like, hey, real hot girl, shit, blah blah blah. At the beginning of her song, you're a hot girl. I'm a hot boy.
You gotta say, I love it. You say Meg, right, instead of Megan the Stallion, but you do that after you say Megan the Stallion once.
Bro, you have to,
because everybody needs to know who you're talking about.
I'm a rehearse,
so they can all jump on and comment.
You have to sit there and. Joe Rogan's, this is how it's going to play out. And listen, and you guys can quote this podcast when you're ready. Joe's going to sit there and say some sort of term about how the fight went down. You guys were going back and forth. You're doing this. Like, tell me how you're feeling right now. You're on your second victory in the UFC octagon. You go in there, you give him your basic answer, whatever it is. The next one, he's like, oh, look at this movement. This right here was a movement that predicted the fight and changed the outcome right here. Can you walk us through this? And then, you're going to sit there and do that.
You're going to ignore it.
What's next? No, he's going to sit there. He's like, all right, Mana, what do you see next? Who do you want next? Like, look, you have to just say,
there we go.
Listen to me.
Straight face him.
I'm telling you this right now. This is my time. That's what I said. This is my time to shine. It's like, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. Megan the Stallion. I'm from Houston. You're from Houston. How about you be my boo for Valentine's? Boom. And she sits there and she's like, oh, yeah. You could say hot boy shit.
I like the hot boy thing. Yeah, man.
She's a hot girl, bro.
Speaker language.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, if you like, that is because it's not even about your interview. Your interview, if you do it like everyone else, it's going to suck and you're going to be forgotten.
Facts.
You really will. Because I can tell you this right now. Have you watched any of the interviews? Have you watched any of the fights? When's the last time you watched a fight?
Last weekend.
Do you remember what Gon said?
None of them.
Do you remember what Ngannou said?
No.
Do you remember Vanessa Delopoulos or whatever it is? What did she do?
Jumped up on Joe Rogan's arms.
Oh shit!
I don't know if y'all watched prelims, but yeah, that was crazy.
She jumped up on there, but
Joe was.
It didn't matter about the act. It didn't matter about what she said. She also said that she was like, I quit stripping 6 weeks prior to my debut to make sure I have that. So she was a stripper. She jumps on Joe Rogan's arms. No one's ever done that. And then
jumps into his arms.
Yeah, jumps into his arms. He holds her up. Mm-hmm. And she's sitting there with her arms up, and Joe's like, dude. And Vanessa like saying bye, and he's like walking her over to the corner and like going to like give it to her coach, like, here, take this. That's literally what it looked like. Yeah. But that stuck with me. I don't remember anyone's post-fight interview after that.
Right.
Because they're so basic, boring.
They're all the same. Yeah. And you and like to your credit, you actually get to be on the other side of the mic, because when you're doing, you're like announcing FAC events, you get to do the post-fight interviews.
Yeah.
So you actually know what they're going to ask you.
Dude, I tell these guys, like, oh my gosh, I tell all the people that I interview, if I have to interview them prior to it, I know who I'm going to interview, and I go to them. And if there are guys, before I get the mic, I move it away from my face. And I grab them like, hey, say this. And I'll give them what to say. I was like, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. In the middle of my question, I need you to grab the mic from me and say this. Say these words. Every time my teammates have grabbed the mic from me, they have fucked up royally.
Yeah.
What I was like saying, like I was just like, what are you doing?
There's
like,
only one Julian.
There is, it really is.
That's
There's
the
only
truth.
one me, but there's only someone actually said that the other day. It was like, you're the only person I know on Instagram where nothing makes sense yet it all makes sense. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? He goes, anything you post does not match up. If you look at other people's Instagrams, you can go to it and you'll understand, hey, this is what he posts. This is the content style that this person posts. Like on the stories, when you know your friends on stories and you click the story, like, oh, this person's going to be working out. Oh, this person's going to be in the club.
Sure.
This person.
They all have an identity.
And they're all like, we don't know what the hell you're going to post. We don't know if you're going to post a naked photo or you're going to post a dancing video or
you'll get a new ball hair trimmer.
For my scrotum sack, bud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, it's just like no one knows. And that is
Yesterday, he got a new ball hair trimmer.
I saw that. Does it work?
Well,
For my scrotum sack.
It said scrotum sack.
I know, but it's just more funny to say scrot.
Scrotum sack. That's a good little tag.
Yeah, that's something I'd be interested in investing in because if it only takes one clip to be like, well, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah,
Right.
no, for sure.
And I feel like every grown man has been there at some point.
oh yeah, it's been the worst.
So like a half day of bleeding that doesn't stop.
That's right.
It's definitely this trimmer has like guards and everything on it. I was like, oh, this is cool. It has like this. It's not it's real weird because like most trimmers are like horizontal. Mm-hmm. Well, this one's like vertical.
Huh?
It's like almost like a eyebrow trimmer type deal.
Yeah, like you do.
And
I get you. Okay.
And I was like, this doesn't make fucking sense to me.
I'm agreeing. Well,
Like, why would it be vertical?
We've all been attacked if you're in this age group by like the lawnmower 4.0 or 3.0 or 2.0.
Is that the Manscaped?
Manscaped. Yeah. And you're like, and they talk about, how amazing this trimmer is. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like I've had a Wall or a Norelco like my whole life, beard trimmer or whatever trimmer you want to call it. Just, it's a do it all. Right. And you're like, how could this be so much better? Like, why is your guard better than this guard?
Because you have like removable fucking clippers tops, like you know what I mean. Like you can recycle.
But like, I'm saying, like the Norelco ones have those. So what is this lawnmower got in it that's like anti-nick or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. But it's $90 fucking.
But
that's
people
what I know.
buy it. People buy it because they think it's good.
Yeah.
I will say this: a
some
good
really
trimmer,
good marketing.
a good trimmer goes a long way. Like for my beard, I would buy like just shitty wall, like the $19 shitty wall from
TJ
Walmart.
Maxx special.
Yeah, just terrible. And like I would try to trim my beard up, and then like it just wouldn't work. And
So
I'm
what
like,
do you use
fuck.
now? Who are we endorsing today?
I actually do not know. I went to Costco and I bought this like $180 trimmer. I was like, fuck this. I'm buying a good trimmer that's going to last for a long time. Bro, it's like the greatest thing in the world.
I did the exact same thing. I got mine from Costco. It's a Phillips Norelco, but it's like all stainless steel.
Yeah.
That thing is like the blades
How much
like
is
sharp.
that?
It sharpens itself as you use it. I paid like $60 for it, but it's like literally just the trimmer itself.
Yeah, I have.
You know what I mean?
I have
But
the whole setup.
But like, yeah, it comes with all the clips and all that shit too.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
we have the same one, but mine also has a deal where I could put it inside of this like contraption that once you start it, it cleans the trimmer,
right,
and everything like
does
that. Does
yours have like guards for body and guards for beard?
We have the same fucking one.
That thing's dope.
But mine just has a giant like self cleaning kit that comes with it.
I did not get that.
It even came with this like this solution that you have to put at the bottom of this contraption.
Nice.
That you put this in, and every time I use it,
Is it also like a face razor?
Yeah, it's a face and everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
It's fucking.
Mine's just straight
amazing.
beard trimmer only. It doesn't.
Mine has all the cool utensils on it. It's $180 fucking bucks, dude.
Better be worth it.
Like, it's worth it. And then I pay $70 to get my haircut and beard trim. So it's like,
yeah, but now you got a ballsy trimmer, so you're gonna swap it out.
I'm gonna see what the ballsy trimmer is like. I really want to record it sometime, like me trimming my nuts and put it on OnlyFans.
Don't do that.
Part three of Julian being on here is you giving us a solid review on the ballsy.
the ballsy
ball trimmer,
the nut trimmer, the scrotum sack swiper, just snip. Like,
that's a good hashtag. We'll use that.
But I'm just over here trying to sit there and think, like, you really can't market out these trimmers to anyone. Like, it's for your nuts. Literally, it is what
it's called ballsy. For God's sakes,
you know. And Manscaped, same thing.
Yeah.
And like, how do you take a photo? Like, do I just get a blurred image with my foot up in the air and a fucking clippers by there and just blur it out?
That might be a good photo for them.
Squeaky clean.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, just have like, I mean,
all of the little squares that are blurred just happen to be like pale white. So you're like, no, there must be no hair there.
There must be no hair, pale white. Just, there's like one red dot though. Just one little red dot right there.
Yeah, I got one little nick. No big deal.
It's all right. I give this one an 8 out of 10.
Dude, Mana, let's talk about you in fighting though. We haven't done any
curveball from the balls.
Yeah, hilarious though. So here's what's up. You had your pro debut as far as UFC. I'm sorry. Let's talk about how you got
First
discovered.
of all, do you trim your balls with the ballsy? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. First off, what's your preferred trimmer?
Right? No, haven't gotten one of those.
So when it comes to this was like, God, was it April of last year? May of last year? I think it's May. May of last year, you were in a what do you call this? Like a production, right? Fury.
Yeah.
Is it Fury 46?
I
want to say
46 or 47.
I think it was 46. And was Dana at this fight?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Dana was at the fight watching you, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you got your start right there?
No, I actually had my chance about a year prior to that.
Let's talk about that chance the first time and kind of what went through your mind, because it sounds like it didn't happen the way you wanted it to.
It didn't, man. It was Dana White looking for a fight. No, Dana White Contender Series, excuse me. And I probably underestimated this guy on the ground. At least all the film I had watched leading up to that fight was just of him boxing and standing up.
Right.
And that's where I prefer to have the fight. So when I went in there and we got down to the ground, I was like a little shocked. And then next thing you know, I'm being woken up by the doctors. Got put in a triangle choke. I was like, fuck, dude, what happened? Like, we're supposed to stand. I'm supposed to knock this guy out, get my contract, right?
Yeah.
And I just underestimated his ground game. So from that point on, man, I was beat up, broken. And then I just, kind of flipped the switch. You need that. Yeah. You need that in your career, that little setback. And I remember clear as day, when I went to go do the pre-fight interviews, they're like, what tragedy or, what setbacks have you had for this fight? And I couldn't think of anything. I was like, I don't know what motivates me. Just, me wanting to win. That's what motivates me. So right then and there, I don't know if that like set something off, but after I lost that fight, it just made me excel to the next level, and I trained my ass off. And then
you truly went into like whatever it takes mode, if you will.
Yeah.
Like,
you use so this is something that's always interested me about fighters. Do you use more of like the harness the darkness mentality, so basically like thinking of negative shit to motivate you, or do you use more like positive affirmations?
No, positive affirmations for sure. Like wanting a better life for my family, my parents specifically, because they've done so much for my career, and just my little brother, my sister. And no negative. No
I see,
negativity.
a lot of what you like to post is, not lucky, I'm blessed. And I think that, goes to show you with that positive, affirmation. It goes with that really well.
So is your whole family going to be there next or in a couple weekends from now?
Yeah, my dad will be in my corner. He's been in my corner since I was 4 years old.
That's so awesome, man.
Yeah.
So with you fighting, obviously you've had a lot of fights in Houston over the years, but this will be your first UFC fight in Houston. With your family and the people that have basically supported you along the way being there, does that help to motivate you more, or does that put more stress on you, or like what's the mentality?
Not there? At all, man. I know a few interviews prior to this, everybody's like, man, do you feel the pressure? It's Toyota Center. You're an underdog. I didn't realize that or know that. I was a 2-1 underdog till about a week or two ago. I was like, I feel the most confident I've ever felt. This is my backyard. I've fought here since I was 17 years old and only lost twice. So it's like my odds are really good, and nothing's going to stop me from going out there to get that win.
For sure.
Dude, I'm pumped for you, man.
What's it like? I feel like, we were talking about wrestling before we got on the podcast, and when I would, before a wrestling match, I'd always kind of get to the point where it was like, you're kind of nervous. You feel like you're going to throw up, but like actual fighting is so much more intense than that. You know what I'm saying? The consequences are so much higher in fighting. What is the feeling right before you walk into the octagon as far as like, you know, what do you go through as far as your mentality goes? You know, do you feel nervous? Do you feel, you know, like we were talking about earlier, do you get into the flow state, or, you know, how do you handle the hour before you go into a fight?
The nerves are definitely there. I mean, probably can't say the same for Julian. Maybe not.
Julian doesn't feel anything. He just
Right.
walks in there and just like, let's fucking go.
I get nervous as fuck. I get nervous as fuck. I almost threw
You
up.
guys throw up before?
I
or
almost threw
anything?
up in the Alvey fight. When I was about to fight Sam Alvey, I almost threw up in the back. When I fought Maki, I had no feelings. Ice cold.
No
You
shit.
saw that. And the Alvey fight, James is like the best fucking corner guy.
To like calm you down, you're saying?
I promise you, he can get in your head. Dude, I'm telling you, I almost threw up before I walked out to go fight Sam Alvey. Like, I was feeling it in my stomach. I was like, James literally said to my other corner, Vince, was like, I like nervous Julian. And I was like, I didn't know this, but I was like, dude, I didn't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. Have you ever jumped out of a plane?
No.
Have you ever jumped out of a plane?
No.
Before you go up in the plane, and I'm just going to try to relate this. If you have ever jumped out of the plane and you're listening to this, before you go up, you have like this anxiety and these nerves of the unknown.
Just
You're
a
about to
huge knot in your stomach.
You're just about to jump out. That same feeling is the same feeling I get every time I go to fucking fight.
For sure.
Oh my God. And it's just like, the fuck am I doing? Why the fuck am I doing this? Bro, I'm about to get in a fucking fight. Like, I agreed to punch somebody and allow them to punch me in the face. Like, there's consequences to this shit. And
Just a pit in your stomach.
It's so fucking crazy. That is how I feel before I go out. But the moment I hear my music, the moment I stand in front, like the moment it happens and that music goes on, the other person inside me comes out. It's there.
Confidence comes in immediately.
You listen to music before you go out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know some people like to listen to like classical, or, you know, what kind of music you listen to?
Keep you calm. So, like throughout the day, I'll listen to, you know, some like not soothing
Megan
music.
Thee Stallion.
Right? Imagine just like, you know, some calm, soothing music, and then once that pre-fight hour or two hits before I'm turning up to some Lil Baby or Kodak or some rapping songs.
I literally just realized, dog, you have to walk out to Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, that's probably, you get it. Well,
in Houston, bro, you don't understand. Like, you can walk out who you want.
Does she have a street cred of that of like a Paul Wall?
Right? Or Slim Thug, Zero.
Slim Thug or
Pray
Paul
the
Wall is
Truth,
where I
you
would
know
come
what I
out
mean?
with.
That,
Exactly.
No, not at all. You guys aren't
what
understanding.
works for you might not work for me.
True.
My music, like,
do you or do you not like her music?
yeah, I mean, dude, it's
Okay, fair enough.
That's a no.
anyways,
Like, I'm not putting it on purpose, but when you listen to it, you like it. You know
I'm
what
just saying
saying?
I'm way different for sure. But like, dude, you're in Houston. Like, he doesn't understand this. Like, when I walked out to Winnipeg was one of the most surreal experiences, and he's about to have this. He's from Houston,
Right, but so is
that
Paul
is
Wall.
his hometown. He grew up in that. Could you imagine?
We got it. That's
Could
why
you
we're saying Paul Wall or
imagine
Slim
if
Thug, because they're from
it's
Houston.
It's not even about that. It's about the walkout. I'm not talking about the music he's walking out to. I'm talking about the feeling he's about to have walking out.
that's not gonna hype me up, Julian. No offense. Miley may do it for you, but
Bro, I'm
it's
talking
like,
about
the walkout is a real
I
big
fucking
thing
love
for me.
Houston music, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, chopped and screwed music is the shit.
Yeah, like, so for example, my first fight, as girly as the song is, I walked out to Nicki Minaj.
I did too. I like that.
Moment for life. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you.
correlating
That's good.
to what we talked about earlier, in the song, the lyric, one of her lyrics goes, "No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed." So it's
Yeah.
like, bro, I felt that. Like, I gotta feel the music.
This
I'm
is
not-
this is
I'm with
Megan or
it.
is this Nikki?
No,
Nikki,
Nikki.
my
Nikki
first
says
fight.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always promised myself, since I made my amateur debut, I said, when I make it to the UFC, my debut, I'm gonna walk out to that song just because of those lyrics. Like,
Right.
you know, no, I'm not lucky,
I'm
I'm
with it.
blessed.
How many,
Right.
dude, and that's one of those things where you probably laid in bed at night so many times.
Oh,
over
dude,
and
it's
over
it's-
again.
it's your go-to
Imagining
hashtag.
fighting in the
Yeah.
fucking
Exactly.
UFC.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, and a lot of people like to claim, oh, you had a lucky shot. Oh, dude, that dude's so lucky. Dude, it's not lucky. Like, I feel like I truly am blessed. And
I would say earned. But
earned as
that's the phrase I would say for you, man.
Earned
It's
as
like,
well, but
yeah, if you're earning it, you have the ability to earn, then you're blessed.
Yeah,
right. So it's all it all goes together.
yes.
Yeah, people only say luck whenever they're in disbelief of your accomplishment, and
They,
you outshine them.
they genuinely feel like they put as much effort in as you did, and somehow the outcome was different for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes no
Or
sense.
sometimes they're just pussies.
Yeah, for real.
Very true.
So what, as far as like you're in a different fight camp this time around, you're obviously up here in Kansas City fighting out of glory with James Krause. What do you think the biggest thing that's contributed, that's been different about this fight camp as far as like habits that you have, success habits that you've picked up along the way about this fight camp that you think is going to help you in the fight versus what fights you've had in the past?
I think getting out of my comfort zone. I was born and raised in Houston. I did all my fight camps there, and this is the first one where I spent 5-6 weeks away from my family, away from my friends. That's what's really helped me get out here and
focus all the way.
Focus for sure. Not saying I wasn't focused back at home, but
yeah, just you got your routine there. You know what I'm saying? Like every other aspect of your life is also there.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just need to get the fuck away from where you grew up to find true success. Like each one of us, he's from St. Louis. He moved out to Las Vegas. You're from Houston. I'm from Wichita originally. Sometimes you just got to get out of like where you grew up to find like, who can I be? What is my potential?
You just realize how much you're influenced by your circle.
For sure.
And
for sure.
There's a little bit of crabs in the bucket mentality. You've heard that phrase before, crabs in the bucket.
Go into it a little bit more.
So when a crab tries to get out of the bucket, all the other crabs pull him back down. They don't let you get out. If you get out, we can't get out.
Yeah.
Right. So and that's unfortunate, but that's just kind of like how it typically goes. People don't like, you reaching for more than they're reaching for.
Your star to be brighter than theirs.
They gotta, and it's like, and everybody, a lot of people aren't obviously like, these are your best friends you grew up with. They're not negative. They're not trying to be.
Not at all.
They don't even see it as that.
Yeah.
But like when you push for more, that makes them feel uncomfortable about what they want, and they have to like say something about it.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I mean?
why they say you're lucky. Those are the same people that say you're lucky. It's because you broke the norm. And I can tell you this: if it had not been for me leaving Kansas City to go to live in Vegas, I would not be, or I would have a different path. I'm not saying I wouldn't be successful, but I would have a different path. And if it was not me leaving Vegas to come back here, I wouldn't be where I'm at as well. So like Kansas City, to me, there's so much like distraction. There's so much like, you're so used to having that, everything that you want at ease when it comes to women, when it comes to partying, when it does that. And like, when you hear like, oh, so-and-so's having a birthday party this weekend, you're like, well, I can go, and you go there and you realize you're out till 3-4 in the morning the next day at practice, and your priorities start switching to where now that you're in Kansas City from Houston, no one's hitting you up to hang out. No one's like doing
you're not
anything.
in a bunch of circles. Yeah.
You're hyper focused and you only have one goal in mind, and that's the goal on the 13th or the 12th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mana, how did you even get involved with Glory and James? You know what I'm saying? How'd you guys get hooked up in the first place?
So after my last fight, rest in peace, my coach. A week prior to that, he actually passed away. And
Let's give him a shout out. What's his name?
Coach Saul
I
Solis.
saw that on your Instagram, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
RIP.
he passed away. And on that flight, once I got back home, I literally got onto my phone, and I had a message from a random number, and it was James. So he kind of reached out to me, told me, I had a great fight, and he basically opened his gym doors to me. And to me, that meant a lot, because that's kind of what my coach did for me when I lost my first professional fight. He seen me down bad, down sad in the locker room on the couch, and he's like, hey, I'm Coach Saul, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I would love to have you at my gym anytime. You look good out there. There's a few improvements you can make, and if you want to stop by, come by to my gym. So ended up going to his gym, and I felt like James kind of did the same thing. You know what I mean?
He showed you that he cared before he wanted you to know how much he knew.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And what thinking back to, like, I won that fight, and he still told me that. You would expect that if I lost, you know what I mean? So it's like me winning the fight and him still reaching out. It's like, like this would be a good, impactful change for me.
Yeah, man, his mindset's phenomenal.
For sure.
Yeah.
You think your previous
James always makes sure you're reaching for more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Never satisfied.
You think your previous coach is the biggest role model you've had in fighting? Like who have you looked up to in the past when you first started fighting, and who do you look up to now, and maybe aspire to be or aspire to have a career like they have?
I really don't have any fighters I look up to.
They're all human, dude.
Right? Exactly.
Well, dude, I mean, I wouldn't say that, man. I'm saying like you're a huge. You've been into martial arts at least since you had a memory.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, like, you didn't grow up as a fan of any fighters.
Yeah. But do I want to be like them now? I don't think
be
so.
like them might be a different phrase. I'm saying like, I guess aspire to have a career like them, right, is different. Like, you don't have to be like them, but I'm saying like, I don't know, just a professional that you thought you liked the way they were. As
Julian
far as
likes Chuck Norris.
Fuck yeah.
Biggest fan. Yeah.
What is it, Steven Seagal?
No, I remember seeing like I deep dove your Instagram and you like, a fighter like retired, hung it up.
BJ Penn.
There you go. And he posted about it. Oh yeah, you don't post about fighters that you're not a fan of.
Yeah, I love his scrappy style, just going out there and banging. So fight wise, yeah, for sure. I want to be memorized with more belts, and now he's all into politics. And if you go onto his Instagram, he's like doing a bunch of weird shit. So I'm like, I don't want to be like that when I'm older, and people think that I'm weird. So
dude, some people when they get out of like competing at a high level, they kind of go off the deep end because they've lost their purpose.
They lost their identity.
That's why a lot of people get into coaching, or they stay in the sport in some capacity. NFL players go to be
hard for any athlete to let go if they've been a lifelong athlete.
Exactly.
Especially if you've been to the highest highs. The thing about like fighting is that fucking nervousness that you're talking about. Yeah, dude. Once you're done fighting, it's gonna be hard to replicate that ever again. A lot of people get like addicted to it.
I will always find that. The thing is, with me, like I can find that and through anything. I can go jump out of a plane. I can go swim with sharks. I can go, out to the jungle and fucking hike with obviously with trained professionals. I'm not just gonna do this shit by myself.
There's adrenaline rush stuff everywhere.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
the only difference between those two is that some people get addicted to the people watching them do it. You know what I'm saying? Like the crowds.
The entertainment aspect. Yeah, no, for sure. I can see that. But like, it's weird. It's having people like, I don't know how to explain this. Like the world watching and doing things in front of people versus you doing it by yourself. Like
performing.
There's difference, but like we're only chasing, at the end of the day, we're always chasing something to push ourselves further than what we've been. And if you look at fighting, every time you step in the octagon, you're testing yourself of your previous performance. You're testing yourself of the previous you, and you're showing that you've improved and you've grown, and you're showing that your understanding of the game and things like that. And that is what people lose whenever they retire. They lose the interest to
progress.
Yeah, progress, to grow. And they do that. So like, whereas you see some of these guys like, Jens Pulver, for one of them that comes up the name, we were watching him today. Like, we don't know what the hell he's doing. You know what I mean? He was a UFC champion, and he's really not like doing anything abnormal, like anything crazy. Like, I don't know if his businesses are up, his money's up. Like, you don't know if he's coaching because he doesn't have any fighters out there. He's not in anyone's corner, and you would think that. And you look at Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell's doing like all this little stuff, but you hear the stories that he went bankrupt. He had to take that fight with Tito Ortiz. Like, they don't have, they made all this good money and then they live off of it, but they don't have anything that is making them drive for something greater. Where the one thing I like about James is James teaches you how to live on the outside, and it makes sure you're financially set. So when we sit there and
he coaches beyond beyond the ring.
I think that's important, because in any kind of athletic, it's like, dude, you're just one kick away from your career being over. And that's, or, same thing in football as in fighting, it's just like, you never know. You know?
Well, look at all these like high end, all these high end football players, the NFL athletes, like all of these guys have some sort of real estate. They have some sort of like organization when it comes to like charity, nonprofit, like all of that. They have people working for them in business aspect, to where with us, like, if we don't educate ourselves to progress our knowledge, then once we're done fighting, because that's all we know at this present time, once we know fighting or fighting's done with us, we won't have anything to drive for. So then we attach ourselves to things, and when the money runs out, then you start doing depressive things. Like
fight Jake Paul.
Yeah. You do crazy shit like getting knocked out when you're 50 something years old, like Chuck Liddell did. Like,
Right.
What are we
I'm saying,
doing?
I feel like that's what's next for Liddell. Is he's going to fight one of the Paul brothers or something
No,
like
he's
that.
not. He's not.
He does podcasts, dude.
Yeah, but like he's trying to find new revenues, and but he's behind. Like,
Right.
Whereas if you watch these people, like right now, you start building your brand, you start building your name in, the UFC. The UFC can make your brand that much better, and after you're done, you can walk away, and your brand will be recognized by a lot. Where you go, like look at
You go
Habib.
Dancing with the Stars.
No, look at Habib. Habib Nurmagomedov has Eagle FC that's happening this weekend. All right, and I'm not trying to promote it on here, but anyways, he has Eagle FC. He left. He's made a stupid amount of money from the UFC as well, being Russian and all that stuff. But he left, and he's already on. He has all these different avenues of income, and he's also having a promotion where that promotion is going to be one of the biggest promotions in the world alongside the UFC, and it's only going to get bigger because it's his name. He's using his name and using his stuff to be the promoter. So he's found something outside to where he doesn't ever have to fight again.
That's another revenue stream
I think,
for himself.
and this is not as good of an example, but I think like Cowboy, Cerrone, he's done a really good job of like creating a brand around himself, even though he's known for like just getting the shit kicked out of him over and over, or like getting into fights over and over and over again. And I mean, I don't know if he has another revenue stream, but he has a really big personality in the UFC. Same thing with like Tim Kennedy, who's got
Fury.
a huge.
Tim Kennedy, Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy's got a huge following.
He rolled off of that. He rolled off his stuff. Even though there's a lot of people there's a lot of people that don't like, that are military background, that do not like Tim Kennedy, and they say Tim Kennedy is not,
because he's like out there.
Well, he's not the person that everyone thinks he is.
Yeah.
Right.
But it doesn't matter because Tim has created from his brand. He created that and plateaued himself, and he still keeps going to where he can have these revenue streams. People would pay more money to have Tim Kennedy in like a seminar than have Jocko, even though Jocko is the real deal.
Right.
Right. And it's because he had the UFC behind him. Now, if Jocko ever fought in the UFC, he's getting more well known in his podcast and everything, in his books, all that. But if he would have fought in the UFC one fight and then you watched him and you listened to him, he would be one of the most famous, people out there.
And he's a super accomplished jiu-jitsu guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's super accomplished. He's
Jocko,
fucking savage.
He's a savage on jiu-jitsu, isn't he?
Yeah, dude, he wakes up every day at like the same time, and he'll post on his Instagram. It's the most craziest shit ever, but it's like all black and white, and it's like 5 o'clock on his watch or 4 o'clock on his watch. He's like, let's get it. And he's like staring at you, and that's all he says.
Yeah.
And his very wild voice that he has, and very assertive voice, and just like, fuck.
Right.
I'll be honest, I don't know who that is. I know who Tim Kennedy is because of UFC, and like you're talking about the branding and everything, but that Jocko guy or
Jocko Willink.
Jocko Willink.
Yeah.
I
Good.
thought you were talking about
Honestly,
Jacare for a minute.
No,
I'll
Extreme
look this guy
Ownership.
up. Okay.
Good book.
I think
Also a SEAL.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at the point you're at in your career, I would guess that just focusing on fighting and kind of being in your lane is the most important thing, I would guess, and something you probably try and do.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like, I haven't quite thought about things as like Julian's perspective and Valentine's and things like that. But
to his
it's
credit,
something to
though,
think about. No, for sure.
To his credit, so it's like, dude, like anything else in sport, right? If you can make that result happen over and over again, shit'll take care of itself. But when you're getting started, you know what I'm saying, as far as your second UFC fight, correct? It's one of those things where because you thought about it, what Julian's talking about, when you get that 15 seconds, you're going to make the most of it. Everybody's got to remember your fight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys had their second fight that night, or their first fight, or their fifth fight. Mm-hmm. But regardless, it's like they were just getting started. And so how do you separate yourself? And for the fact that you took that extra time to think through that extra variable, I'm just saying it's going to be a huge benefit.
And dude, honestly, you're around a great group of people, because when you get fight of the night and you get paid more and you win and you get your payday from that, it's like you're around people that are like, hey man, you should delay a little bit of gratification, and you should put it in something that's actually going to generate revenue for you that your family can live on long after you're done fighting.
All James's fighters win fight of the night or heart. What's some other
They're all
ones?
performance of the night.
That's what I'm saying. There's like 3 or 4, right? First fight of the
we
night.
all have. We all
Submission
have
of the night.
one, I think.
Oh, I'm saying that like I feel like, dude, like all of them win it, dude. Like Grant won, you
Grant
won,
had a
you won,
knockout,
you
yeah.
won twice.
I've won 3 times.
Yo, dude, you
saying the
need to
last
get
two, I
a
feel
video like Grant and James.
Oh,
that
dude.
shit pumped me up so much. I was like,
That was
this is
fucking
the
dope.
coolest video. Have
You
you
haven't
seen
seen
it?
that?
No.
Yo,
Dude.
it's James like in the corner, and it's at the end of the. It's got to be going into
it's
the
going to
third
the final round.
Yeah, and he's like,
You gotta fucking
listen,
knock
dude,
him out."
he's like, you got to knock him out. You know, what did he say? Did he say he was losing or something?
You're talking about me. I thought you were talking about Grant.
I'm talking about
To
Grant.
me, no,
That
you're
was to
talking,
him. That
talking to
was-
me.
That was to
I told you the
Julian.
same thing.
I was talking
That was,
to
the last,
was that
that
to
was
you?
Julian's last fight.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Grant. What did he say to Grant?
He told Grant, he's like, he said, stand up with him. Like,
Yeah.
he thought it was close. He's like, stand up. You're doing good with your hands. You know, you could finish him. You have to strike with him, but he was grappling with him.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about me, but yeah. I mean, he motivated him. It was like right after my fight, he motivated him the same way he did to me. And Grant getting that finish was incredible because, like,
How much money did he make off that?
well, he got the performance, $50K. I don't know his contract at that time. I don't know what it was, but he made $50K off the top. That's
Knocked him off. He knocked him out with 1 second left.
Yeah,
Walk off.
Let's go.
I like that.
Bro,
Let's go.
I like that.
It was, dude. I'll tell you this. Here's a story. I had $5,000 riding on that fight, going under. Does not have to go to decision. Will not go to decision. I thought Grant was gonna finish him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought Grant was gonna finish him. I had him. They wasn't going to decision. And I was like, oh my God. You know how fucking intense that entire fight was for me?
Yeah.
I was there with him.
That makes
and
it a
then
lot of fun.
I'm sitting at the TV kind of like I'm fighting. You know what I mean? Like I'm moving back
Yeah.
and forth, you know, like kind of like, you know, that 13 seconds that you guys felt when you were at the game of
Sure.
the Chiefs game, you know how you were just
Absolutely.
like,
You were one.
you were throwing
Yeah.
the fucking ball. Like
Yeah.
that was me in the corner. I was just like, I'm watching Grant on my fucking TV. My grandma's in
For the
other
listeners,
room,
this
like,
is Grant Dawson, by the way.
yeah, so I'm just
Super
like,
good dude.
I'm jumping around like, oh fuck, you know, like take him down. Like, okay, like what are we doing? I was like, he's going for a heel hook, hit him, and then he hit him, and then like the first hit that Grant did with like the sledgehammer style hit, just boom, his fist cracks his jawline, and I was like, do it again, because you can see in this dude's face that he was hitting that, like that hurt him. And then Grant hit it again like 2 more times, and you see him go out cold. You see the ref stop Grant. Grant walks off. You look at the time. There's like 1 fucking second left before the whole entire fight's done in the 3rd round. And I'm sitting there and I'm frozen like, did he just fucking knock her out? Did I just win this bet?
Yeah.
Did he just like, oh, dude, it was the most intense thing.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, man, you must have been screaming.
I'm excited.
Oh,
I know
man.
if the fight happens to go to second, third, I'm excited.
Dude, we're going to be
Have
cheering for you so
Yeah.
hard.
James pump me up, or give me the advice.
Tell him that story though, Julian. But you said wasn't the one with James where he was telling you like you got to knock this fucker out, like you got to knock this motherfucker out, right?
Yeah. He told me going in the 2nd and 3rd, and hope you don't get this. Hopefully you have a good conversation. James and I've worked with James for a long period of time, and then I left to Vegas, and then I had my thing. So this is our first fight back, and James has watched the struggle and watched the discipline and watched the dedication, you know, throughout that time. And it was the first time, like I think me and him have grown, become better friends. And at this time, he was sitting there, and we're sitting down, and like the 2nd round, I remember him talking to me like he was calm, and like with him being calm made me be calm. So when I went out in the 2nd round, I didn't do as good. I understood the assignment, but I didn't perform it correctly. And when it goes into the 3rd round, I remember him sitting me down. I get on the deal, and he's like, "Look at me, motherfucker," and I'm like,
Yeah. Then he's like, look at me.
I was
Again.
like, oh shit. He's like, look at me. And I'm like, I snap into it and I look at him, and it was the most craziest thing because when he was talking to me, I understood everything. But as I was like listening, it was almost like I was watching him from like an aerial view, you know, like a 3rd person view of myself. Right. And he was talking to somebody else in there. And I just remember him telling me like, dude, you have to fucking bring that fucking right hand. I don't give a shit. Do not step back. Bring that fucking right hand with everything you got. You have to finish this fucking fight. Bring that fucking right hand. And as he walks off, he says, finish it or it doesn't fucking count. And right then and there, it was finish it or all the struggle that you had does not fucking matter. No one will give a shit. And I just remember
Touched your fucking soul right there.
Dude, when I went out there, it was just, that is what I needed to hear. That is what woke up that person that's been dormant for, 2.5 years, that person that's been waiting to come out, that person that needed to come out. And we showed it. And if it had not been for him in that moment, because most coaches fucking suck in the corner. Hey, yeah, bud, you're doing a good job. I need you to use that right hand a little bit more. Look, we're down 2 rounds. Or I think you kind of got that round. Or, we got to figure this out. I need you to throw that right hand. Like, no, there was no urgency in most coaches' voices where you can feel it, bro. Like when he talks to you in there, it's crazy. If you get a chance to get into the second round, I don't advise it. Just finish it in the first, make it fucking easy.
Yes.
But like, if you get a chance, you'll understand, because the way he talks to you and the way you're hyper focused to his voice, like what he's done with you in this past, X amount of weeks that you've been here and being at the gym, like you don't know right now what he's done to you. You don't understand the cues that he's put in your head, the constant like work and talks that he's had with you, and how he's implanted his voice in your head. So you're going to be in Houston. There's going to be 10, 20,000 fucking fans screaming on the top of their lungs when you walk out. When you're in that octagon, you're going to hear everything that James says, and you're not going to hear a single fucking fan. You're going to feel the vibration of the voices from people screaming, but all you're going to do is hear James. And it's how a great coach does it. And that's why James is fucking amazing, is because during the whole camp, he does little things like, I don't know if he's fucking read a book or he's a fucking voodoo type of dude. Like, I don't know, but he is able to, like, throughout the whole time he talks to you. So when you go in there, everything he says, everything, and I'm telling you, it gets fucking loud. You can hear everything. My first fight in the UFC, James was in the first row. I was in Winnipeg. There was 25,000 fans screaming. And if you watched my first fight in the UFC, it was not something anybody could be quiet about. It was just a fucking slugfest.
Barn burner.
Oh, it was. You only have 2 of those in your career, and I just wasted one of them. And James, my coaches and everything were like in their corner. James is in the fucking first row, which is probably about 50, 60 feet away from where I'm at, and he's coaching me. And through everyone that's screaming, I hear him. He's telling me what to do. And I'm grabbing. And he wasn't even my coach at the time. I'm grabbing shit, doing exactly what he's saying. Did everything he said to get up, got off the cage. Boom. And you can hear him coach me. And that's the coolest experience that you're going to have when you do go out there on the 12th. You're going to be able to hear him, and you're not even going to understand it until that moment.
Can't wait. I'm excited. One other person I might hear is my mom. You go back and watch my fight, even on ESPN, this last one, because she was there. Oh, you can hear her. Let's go, son. Mana, you got it. All this hard work.
Your nickname is Mana Boy.
Uh-huh.
Did she come up with that?
No. My uncle's in Hawaii, dude.
That's
Everybody
awesome.
goes by Boy. Boy, B-O-I.
Right.
Not B-O-I. So, hey, boy, Mana Boy. I was like, I'll just stick with it. And I never really, came out. It's like, oh, yeah, my nickname is Mana Boy. But it's kind of stuck with me since my amateur. So,
yeah.
When I heard Bruce Buffer announce it, I said, I guess it's official. One day I have to become a man, but for sure, I'm a boy now. I'm
Dude,
a boy.
What's Kevin Lee's
That's a great one.
nickname? Kevin Lee, isn't he Mama's Boy? Or is Kevin Lee? No. I'm thinking.
No,
of
you're
someone.
thinking Eric Anders, yeah, boy.
No, I know Eric's your boy. I thought someone was Mama's Boy. It might have been someone that fought in PFL, but he's
That's
Mama's
funny.
Boy. But you're Mana's boy.
No, it's just Mana Boy.
Mana Boy.
Mana Boy.
Mana,
Which is
Mana
also-
Boy Martinez.
I'm
Isn't that your
a
Instagram
Mana
handle too?
boy
Yeah, but no,
trying to
no.
make it. Just a Mana boy.
This guy's.
Bruh.
This
I like that. That's it. Bro, walk out to the Island Boy song. Because you are an Island Boy, dog, in Houston.
Nah, honestly, Mana has a real special meaning behind it. and I don't know if y'all know the Rocks brand.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Mana.
Terramana?
So yeah, Terramana.
But also his drinks and
yeah,
stuff too.
his drinks is Under Armour. He has like I seen somebody wearing it. I was like, yo, that has my name on it, Mana.
Is Mana tomorrow?
No, that's mañana.
Mañana in Spanish.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mana
What's
is
mana?
like a
thought it was like
supernatural divine energy. So yeah,
Somebody has a good mana. They have a good energy.
exactly like that. Yeah, I'm waiting for the Rock to cut me my check,
bro. I think we just figured out your call out. Don't do a Valentine's. Hit up the Rock. He will respond.
He would respond. He's
No,
big,
for
he's
sure.
big in the UFC right now.
So I kind of like planted to see like how you did like when the UFC asked me because my full name is Leo Mana, Leomana, and they're like, do you want us to announce you as Leo Mana or Mana? And I thought, I was like, dude, The Rock's a big UFC fan. I think at the time he was doing the BMF title and are gonna put it on the person who won, which ended up being Masvidal.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, Rock's gonna know me one day. I'm gonna do Mana.
Yeah.
And and then sure enough, his Terramana blew up. Tequila hit his his Under Armour, and now he's sponsoring the UFC with shoes.
You need to get Julian
wild.
on the outside of the cage when you win. He throws you a bottle of Terramana and you take a drink of it and you say, "Rock, let's go, let's sponsor."
go.
me."
I actually
Mana
had
with Terramana.
I actually had that same idea with a different thing after one of my fights, but I was told because I had asked permission. I was told I was unable to do that.
Oh dang!
I literally
you
had
can't
that
bring
same
in
one.
props.
I wasn't gonna bring in one. I was gonna go get one right after I won. Like I'm dead serious. But yeah, I think that's your call.
You just say, "Rock, sponsor me with the Terramana."
Exactly. You just hit him out there, and be like, "Yo, The Rock, like, look, I see you working with fighters, but look, my name's Mana. We're both an island boy. We're just trying to make it, bud. Let me get
Pretty
some
good.
love,
Yeah,
bro.
let's do it.
You got the shoes. You can get the Terramana, bro. Get in a commercial. You try it.
That'd be cool.
Hey, I'm just saying,
You could be the
Don't
next
I got
Kevin Hart.
options here.
don't give
Meg,
up.
The Rock.
Don't give up on Megan Thee Stallion. You got the Rock in your pocket for your career.
Exactly.
Oh, that's true. That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
You're not always going to fight in Houston.
And you're also not always going to fight 2 days before
2 days
Valentine's
before,
Day.
yeah,
So I'm just saying, I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
gotta keep that one in
you
your
know
back
what, You'll
pocket.
know when
Or-
the fight is, where it's time to call out the Rock. Like, you only get that chance once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or I can do like
The
my
right fight.
One of my teammates back at home, he pushes heavy for a Dr. Pepper sponsor. So like his post fight interviews, he'll have like a Dr. Pepper right there. If I get the Terramana tequila,
Yeah.
put it right there.
Absolutely.
Hey, wait a
He'll
minute.
reshare
You're telling
that.
me right now
He'll
he
reshare
can
that.
fucking have a Dr. Pepper on stage on his interviews?
No, like the ones where MMA junkie.
Oh,
asks you
okay,
question.
okay.
The one after, not during in the cage.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, after, damn, dude, they fucking kicked me out. I got yelled at and in
Would
trouble
you?
for removing Monster off the deal. I thought it was someone else's
they
botter.
paid for Monster, dude.
I don't give a shit. I got yelled. It was not my fault. But anyways, I get that. You do it. Get the Terramana. Go have James put it in his bag.
Here's
And
my
you guys can get
with the
turned
shoes too. Like, if the Rock's got this UFC contract now, that's new to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but again, from a deep dive on your Instagram, you're a sneakerhead, or you used to be.
Yes, I love.
We
sneakers.
afhaven't even talked sneakers yet,
Let's
dude.
do it.
Fucking
As
Oh,
he's
now
chills in his UFC slides, I feel like this is 2 for 2. Since meeting you, you got slides on 2 days in a
I
row.
fumbled the bag, man. Julian like takes me out and I'm
Where's
wearing
your
my
sweet?
slides.
Where's your sweet
So,
fucking rare Jordans?
I
and
told
all that?
myself when I came out here, this is a business trip.
I'm with
If
you.
I would have brought some of my nice kicks, it would have been tempting to go out.
I'm
And
with you.
I was like, dude, if I only have slides and my running shoes, I can't do shit out here. So I kind of held back and just kept everything back at home. But
Air Max Day, he posted. I'm like, dude, that's all I wear is
Air Max.
Air Maxes because my feet are so fat.
Okay.
Legitimately, I got like an extra toe. That's how it looks.
Nice.
Because my feet have 0 arch, right?
Same. I'm flat footed.
Super flat.
As can be.
So Air Maxes are like the most comfortable shoes for
Yeah.
me because those shoes are naturally just big old shoes, right? So that's typically what I buy. But
You have a specific favorite color?
no, so I'm not really. I can't call myself a sneakerhead. I feel like that'd be
Okay.
disrespectful to real ones.
Nah, you're good.
I have a hard time like finding ones that I like the colors, right? And like they're rare to come out with new colorways ever so often, right?
Yeah.
So I found some fake ones, and I was like, "Oh, dude, they have every color." And I don't even have to like go to different sites, and I can just be like, I want one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these.
Okay.
So I don't have all fake ones, but I got like 8 pairs of fake ones.
Hey, they'll do.
Because they were like, I don't know, like $40, something like that, like 40, $50. I can give you the link.
Sweet.
I know that's probably disrespectful. I'm sure it's disrespectful on the sneakerhead part, but I'm like, no, dude, these are legitimately the only shoes that fit my feet well.
Yeah.
So like,
You'd
that's
like
how I started.
95s. I think you would like 95.
The 90s are what I only get.
90s and the infrared. Look up the infrareds. That's like the most popular ones.
My like treasured one that I wish I could have done. I would have paid whatever for them. Is so Nike ID does like they usually pick an Air Max.
Yeah.
Where they do the like the partnership with Pendleton. Mm-hmm. So you can get Pendleton wool, like different, like, you know, like Aztec-y mountain looking like patterns. You know what I'm talking, like those wool blankets that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Pendleton did that because they're out of Oregon. And you could put like in your custom areas of the shoe, or whatever, you can put like, you know, like an Aztec looking like wool sweatshirt, you know what I'm saying? Like blanket is like the material.
Yeah.
And anyways, they made Air Max 90s like 5 years ago where you could custom every little detail with Pendleton wool, and I missed it. The next year they did Air Force Ones. And so I got Air Force Ones for my brother, and he got them. And for Christmas, I got him these, and dude, they were the dopest sneakers I'd ever seen. And he gets compliments on them left and right. I didn't buy a pair for myself, but
hopefully it comes back around.
Yeah, we'll see. What's the ultimate holy grail shoe that you've been looking for your whole life?
One that I'll probably never get, but I've always wanted is
Back to the Future.
No, that's the typical one. And I've said that before.
Kelsey's got a pair.
I know.
The Chiefs. Yeah,
that's sick.
He shows them off now and then. He wears them.
My buddy's the one.
He wears them too. No shit.
Yeah,
that's fucking dope.
He also has Justin has him in a store. He has a store in the plaza. And he has these shoes there.
What's that place called?
Man, it's right across from. It's right across
from the Apple Store.
Yeah,
I forgot what it's called.
I can't think of it, but that's his.
I walked by it today. The glass. Yeah, it says like. On the glass door, it says like, you know, like basically don't shop at chain stores, more or less, is like what the message was.
Yeah.
Buy local, more or less, which is cool.
He's been here with the shoes, and he's had a lot, but he has his, like he'll bring it to like shoe conventions and stuff, and everyone knows that he has it. If like you're a shoe guy in Kansas City, you know Justin
has the McFlys.
Yeah, he has them.
It was like a
$30,000 shoes.
What are they, like 100 pairs? Like maybe 500 pairs ever.
You know more about that.
There was, and then they retroed and came out, and you had a bid for them. And those are the auto lace ones.
Right.
So like the ones.
The auto lace ones are like the ones.
Yeah, they've got the ones that came out prior. I think there's probably like around 500 pairs of those. But my Grail sneaker, it's a super rare one, and I think like only LeBron and maybe PJ Tucker has them. Is the Nike Yeezy 2 Cheetah colorway editions. Yeah.
Nike
Yeezy
2 Cheetah.
Yeah, they're purple. Pretty sick.
I know exactly.
Put that up on the YouTube vid.
Yeah, please do. Those are super rare. And if you're a sneakerhead, if you know, you know. Those are.
What do you think about the new? What do you think about the? And this is what I really want: the Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones that are coming out.
Oh yeah, those are it.
I really want those. I've reached out to Hugo Boss. I reached out to the vice president. Told him I need help. There's only 100 of these, in select sizes.
Okay, dude.
Like Hugo Boss himself. I need your help.
I did. I'm dead serious. I can show you the text
I don't doubt it.
I went hard because I want those. They're literally, there's only 100 of them, and they only have a limited amount of sizes, and they come inside the suitcase. They come in everything.
How are they doing it? Like as far as giving them out?
It's an auction.
Got an auction. It's not like a lottery ticket.
It's an auction. On February 8th, you get onto a site. And you have to auction for these sizes, for these deals, and the highest bidder wins.
That is disgusting.
It's fucking terrible because these are going to be few grand. If not, they're going to go for even more.
Bro, at least 10 grand.
I was like, a few grand is easy.
Yeah, well, I don't mean like 3 grand. Like when I say a few grand, like we're talking about grand. Yeah,
it's going to be tens of thousands of dollars.
The Jordan Dior's right now, they're like 12, 13,000 in my size. You can get them cheaper, but like these things, and then there's so many generic like rip-offs that are one of one, so you can't ever tell the difference. So you can spend 10 grand and end up getting a fake fucking pair of Dior's.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's why I want to get it.
My fake ones look pretty real. Just saying. I don't know the difference.
But the problem is there's a website. There's not even a website. There's an Instagram where this guy
Calls everybody out.
called fake watches.
Oh, I know that guy.
And he
Fake
fucking
watch
calls,
buster.
yeah, dude,
Watch
he calls
buster.
everyone out for fake watches. And the last thing,
Poor
like,
rappers, man.
oh, dude, he fucking
he
murders,
murders
on
the
him.
rappers.
Yeah.
Shits on him.
murders them bad.
Which I love him for it.
And the thing is like for you to buy fake, shoes or fake anything, like no one's gonna sit there and you're not in like the camera to where they're gonna be like, oh, those are fake or blah blah. Blah. But if old boy
Well, he'll
shows
tell
up
you they're
with some-
fake. If you
yeah, no,
compliment
for
him on it.
sure. But like,
Well, I just don't want to be known as that guy that's like trying. You know what I mean? I got him out of like convenience, not out of like, I thought that like I got these Grail shoes. I need to tell everybody about them,
And the thing is like with him, like if he's in front of the camera, he can't ever rock those shoes. So there's no purpose of getting them.
Sure, because people, they'll call
And
him
then
a
also
heartbeat.
too, it's in his like, it's in his shoe game blood that he can't walk with fake shoes.
Yeah, if you're considering yourself a sneakerhead, you can't be walking around with fakes.
Shoe game blood.
Bro, shoe game blood.
Yeah.
Bud.
That's a good one.
That's
shoe
that's
game
usually
blood.
how Mana talks when he talks about his shoe game.
Blood.
Bro, it's running through your veins. I talked to my brother. My brother's a huge sneakerhead. I mean, he's been collecting for a long time. And I hit him with like, yo, I'm gonna get these Dior's. One of my friends has a contact in China. He goes, bro, don't you fucking do that. I was like,
You know,
like,
that
why
shit's
not?
fake from the start.
He goes, no, don't buy it. He's like, that's the dumbest shit in the world. Dude, you'll be fucking clowned on. And literally, like, my brother picked up the phone to call me. And I was like, dude, I was joking, man. I'm not going to fucking buy this pair from China. Like, I'm not going to give up any couple $100. But he royally was very irritated. I don't want to say he was mad, but he was irritated the fact that I brought up the thought of buying
the potential
fake
of
shoes.
buying a fake
Yeah.
pair.
Bro.
Offensive.
Yeah, he's a sneakerhead. I think I'm past that point. I've retired.
I'm with
Publicly
you.
announcing it now.
Right.
You gonna
I
buy
mean-
some fucking? You gonna buy some fake shoes?
No, not buy fake shoes,
But-
but it's like I don't care for shoes that much. I would say, yeah, go for it, dude.
Hold up,
Rock
hold
those
up,
fake
hold up.
Dior's.
I'm gonna look over at you right now. When this motherfucker wins 50K and he sees those Balvins come out with a new drop,
I'm still gonna buy
there
shoes.
you go.
But
Look at that.
All right, I guess. I'm still a
this
sneakerhead,
motherfucker
I
did-
guess,
But the
I
flex,
guess.
maybe the flex a little different.
We went to a shoe store over here in KC called Diva Percent. My boy Roman owns it, and he was sitting there
It's
looking
called
at the shoe.
Diva Percent.
Yeah,
DVA.
DVA percent.
Got it.
DVA. It's
DVA.
not Diva. It's DVA percent.
Got it.
But anyways, he
Shout
was
out.
sitting there. He was trying to get these certain shoes. What were they? The
Low
Cause,
blazers.
yeah, in purple. No, not purple. Were they purple?
Yeah.
It was purple. Trying to get that Houston color, bro. He was like all about them. He wants shoes. He likes shoes.
Yeah. They didn't have
How
my
much
stuff.
are the call low blazers?
They were only like $200.
Okay.
Not bad. Yeah.
Wow. But see, when you got fat ass feet, though, honest question, because we both have these flat feet. We talked about this.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes can you just like put on anything? Like, dude, a lot of pair of shoes I put on, like, dude, they look way cooler on the shelf than on my
Exactly.
foot.
That's why I don't
You
wear
know what I'm saying?
Jordans. I mean, I have
My
like,
feet like spill over the sides.
What about
Yeah.
Yeezys? Do you wear Yeezys?
No, because those are knit, right?
Bro,
Super comfortable.
they're so fucking comfortable.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, I don't shop at shoe stores where like those would be for real for sale. You see where I'm coming from? Like, I'm still like the guy that just goes to Finish Line.
Yeah, but you can go
You know what I
DVA
mean?
percent over there in the Westport.
Yeah,
over
I'd
there.
go. Yeah.
Put on go try on some Yeezys. They're comfortable as can be. They're the most comfortable shoe ever.
Yeah, as long as they're comfortable, I buy them. You know what I mean? Like, but I got a pair of like Hoka's, like straight dad shoes,
nice.
because my feet are so bad.
Yeah.
My dad like has a hard time walking at 70 years old because of how, and I got his feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, fun fact, that Dr. Scholl's like pressure test where you like stand on it and it shows you like where, all of your, your pressure points are. And it's like geothermal and heat. Mine were just like two red blobs. They looked like, they were like, sir, you can get off your knees. You need to put your feet on here. And I'm like, no, that's my feet. That's how it
fucking
looked.
hilarious.
They're like, we don't make a sole
At
for
least
you.
you're balanced.
Yeah, dude.
like,
I'm
at
basically Fred Flintstone feet. Yeah.
You're yabba dabba do time.
I'm not against it.
That's what this podcast should be. Yabba dabba do and Scrappy too.
Yeah, we just changed the name right now.
We just switch it up.
It's changed. Period.
It's done.
Make it happen, Luke.
Fuck protein bros.
Protein, no more.
Flat
We're not
feet
trying.
and Scrappies.
Yeah, flat.
Mono, let's talk about this. Do you got to diet hard for this fight?
I'm trying something new with the UFC. They're sending me meals actually.
I love it.
So it's been a
Who
lot.
is they?
There's this dietitian. His name is Charles.
Okay.
He works with the UFC PI, and he's been sending me a lot of meals. It's been helping. My weight's been coming off pretty good. So.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like if there's like the spot in Houston afterwards, because typically we like to talk about
food.
We asked this question obviously to Julian last week about like best barbecue, right? Well, we're not going to pretend like when you get done like you're still going to be in Kansas City. So after this fight, you've just won, things are going awesome. Where are we going in Houston to have like the meal of meals? And let's just scrap the idea that they're all going to be closed, because most of the place probably will be by the time you get out of there. But like, let's just say you can go wherever you want. Where are we going in Houston to eat?
Dude, the meal of meals. Man, I'd have to say there's this place called Mike's Seafood.
Mike's Seafood.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Awesome seafood. And they have a chicken sandwich that is 2 chicken sandwiches. So it's a double stack.
Talk about this. Is there a bun?
Yes.
So it's just instead of like a double cheeseburger, it's like 2 chicken breasts.
And it's gas.
You can't too much chicken.
No.
Did you ever have that KFC double decker?
No,
where like the chicken breasts were like the bread?
No. I didn't have that, but that place is real good. And
sounds awesome.
Yeah. Fun fact, I actually fought him when I was an amateur.
Oh shit.
So when I go to the restaurant, the owner of the place. So when I go there, it's all love. He competes jiu-jitsu now. He's a black belt, so he's a real tough, solid guy. But
so we're gonna summarize this talk. First and foremost, whenever the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl and we win, you're coming back for the parade and you're gonna ride with us in it.
Yes, and we're vlogging it.
You're gonna shotgun some beers.
Yes, don't forget that.
We're 100%. What's the beer choice for your shotguns?
Oh, can I do a seltzer?
Yeah, we're
sure.
Dude.
Topo Chico.
If you want to really
a Topo Chico, dude.
If you want to hurt yourself.
Oh, Julian doesn't approve.
That amount of carbonation though, shotgunning is. If you've never done it, it's horrendous.
Oh, sounds like shotgunning a Sprite.
It's not easy.
Hold up. I'm sorry. Hold up. You said fucking Topo Chico. Is that even? That's not even alcohol.
They make a seltzer.
That's soda.
They make seltzer, bro.
Wake up.
Alcohol seltzer.
Hell yeah, they do.
I don't know if y'all's alcohol scene is behind over here, but like
we got Topo Chico seltzer here.
Yeah, no, but like y'all aren't big fans of like Ciroc over here. I've seen.
Yeah,
like,
dude. I mean, like
Ciroc.
P Diddy's cool and all, but just not so big here in the Midwest.
No, and then like there's this real thing that a lot of people are drinking back at home. It's called Casamigos.
Yeah.
We have Casamigos.
Y'all do that
that's
too?
George Clooney's tequila.
Okay, well, sorry.
George Clooney.
We're gonna say this to you right now. We're Kansas City, and Tito's is cheap, and that's
why I'm unique. I'm surprised by you, Mana, because you're from Texas, and obviously that Austin connection to Tito's. Tito's made in Austin, Texas.
I used to do Tito's all the time. Then I had a bad night with it. I'm like, dude, I'm over.
Because I hear Ciroc is obviously great. You know what I'm saying? From all my favorite rappers, but I've never had it myself.
It's expensive, man. It's just like it's. And all
around here, I feel like Grey Goose is what people go to when they buy like a little bit more.
If we're going classier vodka, that's the brand name.
That's the difference between the Houston culture and the KC culture. Like y'all don't care about price over there. It's like, oh, you drinking Grey Goose? What is that, bro? Like I got Ciroc in my section. I got Casamigos, like 1942. Like, come on, man.
So wait, is Ciroc more expensive or less expensive than Grey Goose?
More expensive than Grey Goose.
Oh, is it?
I thought Ciroc's just like $40 a fifth.
Dude,
no,
it's not. It shouldn't be.
Well, in the club at least.
I'm with you. It's the next level.
So
it's really just it's just a status. It's like there's levels to
y'all
this.
Could care less about this.
No, I'm listening. No, but if that's the culture, I want to know about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking we're right and that you're wrong, right?
No, not at all.
I'm thinking I want to learn. So tell me, you're saying like we're at the club in Houston.
Yeah.
If we want to be cool, you got to get the highest, like the most. So if I got like a bottle of Dom
Julio.
Oh no, I was thinking Dom Perignon.
Oh yeah,
champagne.
Dom Perignon, yeah. Ace of Spades.
Right, you get an Ace of Spades. I'm saying, you get champagne. Like that's like you're a total baller.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that like the number one spot? Unless you're getting Don Julio would be. It'd be Patron. You'd think. Oh,
yeah.
Julio
See, like, y'all. I don't want to say y'all are behind, but
no,
nobody drinks Patron anymore.
The problem is that we're not behind. We just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
People like to drink beer here.
We drink Bush.
I like that.
Yeah, we drink Bush, and when you go to think Grey Goose is there, like I literally would see very select few people buy champagne. They'll get like the Veuve, or they get Ace of Spades or Don, and I look at them and I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. Like, I look at him like, you're a fucking asshole. Like, why? Why are you getting this bottle? Like, you think it's cool to get this
Well,
shit
hey,
bottle of
this is
champagne?
something you should understand too. Is that think about how much smaller of a market Kansas City is than Houston. In Houston's there's
fifth
a
biggest
lot
city in
of
the country.
ballers there. You know what I'm saying?
Fifth biggest, right?
Yeah, Kansas City is a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
If people try too hard in Kansas City, they're like, "Hey, bro, it's Kansas City, dude." You know?
Bro, I had
Julian knows.
I had a table the other day and had 2 bottles of Patron on it. And I didn't give a fuck when
Not
anyone
cool.
said, because all of those people still showed up. The bottle rats still show up. The chicks still come through. And all the guys
bottle
wanna be there.
rats.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're
He doesn't
bottle
even
rats.
drink. He just
And I don't
bought it
even
for everybody
fucking
else.
drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's how it is. Like, status is not determined by the bottle that you buy,
No, for
So-
sure.
but the party that you bring.
There
So
we
hold
go.
on. Okay, so he's coming back. We're gonna go on the parade route with Ciroc. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're
It's
celebrating a couple
celebration.
things.
Yeah.
Celebration.
For mana.
But
Julian,
Hold
you
the-
can have
hold
your
the
own
f-
bottle.
Hold the phone.
but
We're gonna have Terramana actually.
He's starting
Let's
that
get
up.
it.
He's
Hey,
starting up the Terramana sponsorship deal.
I love
that's
that.
a lower end class in Houston. If
we're-
you had that on the table,
If we're on the if we're on the golf cart too, I'm just wanting you to know that that's sacrilegious in our circle, because Una Vida Tequila is our best friends and it's delicious. Get
you
the fuck out of
fucking-
here, Julian. Get
fun
the
fact.
fuck
Fun
out of
fact.
here.
The only time I had
Support
this
anything
shit,
sponsored. I'm assuming it's sponsored.
the
so
first
let's go.
time I ever had this,
Just good shit.
Oh,
this
okay.
fucking dude was pouring this shit down my throat.
You're welcome.
And oh my god, I had one of the worst nights of my life. Dude, I'll never forget waking
Everybody
up.
else
and I
had
felt
some
like
of the best nights.
What is it called?
Steve
Una Vida,
Aoki fucking
aka One
bashed
Life.
me and fucked my whole entire
Dude,
outfit.
no
up.
lime needed afterwards?
Hey, these guys take a lot of care in how they make this tequila. It's top shelf tequila. It goes 30, 40, 50 if you get the Reposado or the Añejo.
Yeah.
It's good tequila.
It's not bad, but I can't have it no more because like
But they sell it in Texas now. So I got to
Okay.
figure out where so you can get some. But we
Yeah.
get you a bottle for sure.
Let's
They're
do
just
it.
good buddies. Like they make, and the reason why I like rep them, because I'm not even a tequila fan, to be honest. Like me and Kyle
I'm
both.
not a huge tequila guy.
We wouldn't
Okay.
drink it on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we drink it. We're like, well, damn, like this is actually pretty good. Like no burn, no hangover, whatever.
Nice.
Contrary to what Julian said, it's been a minute for him, but he had been drinking a lot. So then he has a lot because we had a lot of Una Vida that night.
The chili,
That was one
the
of our
chili
last-
burrito
Oh,
came
that
after
was-
that.
yeah.
no, that was before that.
This is before I was Summer Smash.
Dude, that was
Or
that
no,
was
it
that
the night
Summer
before.
Smash. That was on some.
Yeah.
Well, Summer Smash. That was like 2 days prior to that moment.
That Friday night was
you were there,
was the
weren't you?
chili.
It was when you were dancing on the truck,
We were all
I
in the
wasn't
truck.
dancing on the truck. Jeff was.
Yeah.
Jeff got in trouble.
bro.
Dude, hey,
There was
lot
a
of Una
girl
Vida.
there. There was a girl there that grabbed my. I felt violated.
I know
she
exactly who
grabbed
it
my
is.
face and literally shoved tequila down my throat, and I
was
almost
the
punched her.
doctor.
I was like, "You cannot like."
This
I don't
woman
even know
was a-
who you are.
Hey, this woman's a doctor too.
yeah, I don't know.
And
Whatever
I
she is,
I know exactly who she.
She violated my space,
Dude, I wanted to punch her in the fucking mouth. And I hope she hears this. She grabbed my face and did the same thing, but this chick took the bottle. And it has a pour spout.
Yeah,
That's
it had
metal.
a pour spout on
and
it.
instead of holding it 8 inches
Back.
above my face, she put it in my mouth and tried to like do the
She
the,
straight
the
up like
stopper.
she like
and
hamster
cracked
water
my
bottled
tooth.
him.
She cracks my tooth with the fucking thing, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" Like,
Yeah, and we're in the middle of a crowd, Mana. Just to be clear, it's like a mosh pit scene.
Nelly's on the fucking stage.
Getting out
Dude,
some Nelly.
we had Nelly,
Air
Flo
Force
Rida,
Ones?
and Steve
Bro,
Aoki.
yeah. Nelly, Flo Rida, and Steve Aoki.
Flo
Steve
Rida?
Aoki fucking.
if you move
I
to
have a
Kansas City, you got to
photo.
come next year, dude. It's a party.
Yeah.
Good
I have
time.
a
Hopefully
photo
there's
with
a
James
few
Day.
more new
Hey,
artists, but
James
I'm
got
down.
sick. Hey, don't hate on those
Hey.
artists. Those are good artists. But he got
For you old
James got sick, and he was like, "Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna come." He ends up going home early right before that concert started. That concert was the best part by far.
Oh, dude, but it was
Incredible.
It was amazing. But like, what was rough is that the one day of the week where it had like horrible thunderstorms happened, and we didn't even know if we were going to be out there. We're hiding inside of like the warehouse. Everyone's
Fire
like
marshals
smuggling,
bringing everybody in because lightning's going on.
We're smuggling drinks in the back, like having fun, and Next thing you know, like they're like, oh, it's on, and we're like, holy shit,
Here we go.
So we go out there and then
Hammered though.
Oh fucking
Super hammered.
dude! I
Yes.
blacked out like 6 times in that concert.
Jeez.
It didn't. It was definitely like a marathon that everybody wasn't really prepared for. But long story short, that was cool. So we're gonna drink Una Vida tequila.
Okay.
On as well. We're gonna let you try it.
Ciroc, because that's his thing.
Yeah, and Terramana, because we obviously need the Rock to notice.
Yes.
Are we gonna put these in water bottles? Like, cause
No. You
we're
got
gonna
a
do
brand recognition. We got to have the labels.
No, alcohol is allowed on the parade route. As the players.
But as you're driving,
Yeah, I mean, I won't be holding it in front of cops and so forth, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be a little lenient that day. So anyways, moving forward from there, right? After we do the parade, what do we got next?
It's his call.
I'm
It's
just
a
saying.
victory tour.
Well, we also got to go to Mike's Seafood.
Mike's Seafood back at home. Yes.
That's a huge deal. We got to get you a new pair of shoes,
yes.
specifically the Cheetah Yeezys,
Kobe 2s. Yes.
Nike Yeezys,
Nike,
which I thought Adidas made.
yeah,
so
take
this
him to
was
get some
before.
barbecue.
This
Some
is
old school.
Oh man.
And then we got to take him to Arthur Bryant specifically because Julian.
AB.
Yeah. And then after that, we take him to Jack Stack for some good work.
No, he already
The
been
Lee
to
Summit
Jackson.
Jack Stack.
Not good, dude. Not good, dude.
Yo, have you taken
sorry
him?
if
Have you
see
taken
this,
him
James.
to?
Sorry if you see this, James.
Have you taken him yet to Overland Park? Your favorite?
Okie Joe's?
Q39?
Q39.
No. So he's on a diet, and James was the only person to suggest barbecue. When he first got here, I had to leave the house for a certain amount of time, so we weren't able to discuss where he should go to eat barbecue. And James gave him Jack Stack, or should I say Jack Crap, and so he hasn't done that because he's on a diet, so he can't really do that. So when he does come back, and we get him turned up and get him new shoes, we got to take him out there to get some barbecue.
Yeah.
And then we got to get him turned up we got to take him to one of the clubs. Put this dude on PBR, bull. Think about it.
Let's go.
He ain't
Let's
never
go.
been. He ain't never been in one of
I
those.
bet
clubs.
you he could surf it though, because he's an island boy.
I bet he's a.
Wait, so we're talking about riding a board, surfing?
It's
Yeah,
a-
but you could
it's a
stand on the back of
mechanical
the bowl.
bowl.
You could surf on a mechanical bowl.
Yo,
Oh,
let's
for
go.
real?
Yeah.
Bro. Do you know what? It just clicked in my head. You guys ever played PlayStation, like the original
Yeah.
PlayStation?
PS1.
Dude, do you guys remember Rappa to Rappa?
Parappa the Rappa?
Rappa to Rappa?
Absolutely.
Do you remember? Tom,
Yeah.
I just looked over and he looked
Yeah,
at
he
me.
looks like him.
Bro,
He does look
do
like
you know who that is?
I think Parappa's a girl
Can
though.
you pull that up? No, he's a guy. He's a
If it's a
guy.
girl, that's fucked up,
Bro, he's a guy. Bro, it was such a
He's got
great
the same
my
hat
next
on.
one.
He does have the
Bro,
same hat on.
Can you please? Oh, dude, we got to get a side by side photo on the podcast for this. I'm not sorry because Parappa the Rapper was the best.
dude. But if it's a girl,
I got to
that's
kick
fucked up,
1,
dude.
2, 1, 2,
Yeah.
just kick 1, 2 in your living room. You just like he raps and he does kung fu, bro.
It was a good
telling you.
game. There you go. But
Well-
so we asked him like the sacred question, which was instead of barbecue, he said like, "Where are you going after the fight in Houston?" And he said,
Hey,
Mike's
my
Seafood.
boy,
My
look,
boy,
my
okay,
boy, right
okay.
there, Parappa the Rapper.
"You do look like him."
Is that a dog?
I don't know, man, but it's cool either way. we'll say it's cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. But I want Mono tell the people where they can find you, and tell them how they can watch the fight too.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter at monoboy7, BOI, boy with the 7. And February 12th, you can catch me on ESPN Plus. I think I'm the 4th, 5th fight of the night, somewhere around there. I probably might. drop down early in
Is
the
it
card.
UFC? Like, is there a number for it that they need to be looking out
UFC 271.
for? UFC
What time is
271.
your fight going to be at? Do they know that?
I want to say I'd probably be fighting around 6 o'clock or so.
Okay.
I don't.
Perfect.
Don't quote me on that, but yeah.
Dude,
around
looking
6
forward
or
to
so.
man. Super
Thank you.
thankful to have
Yeah,
you on
appreciate
today.
you
for
having
having
on,
me.
man.
Yeah,
And man,
good
it's been really
talking to
fun
y'all.
getting to know you, man.
For sure.
Looking
Appreciate
forward to
y'all.
all this. And
Thank y'all,
Julian,
thank you.
thank you for bringing him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Parappa to Rappa. I appreciate you on here, bud.
Yeah, man.
Jeff, I appreciate you coming here with a starter jacket, bringing back the old school.
What do you think we got to do for this
you
AFC
and your
Championship game?
trophies? Huh? What are you saying?
So anything to bring us a win for this AFC Championship, dude.
I'm with it all day. I like it.
Predict your score.
Predict my score.
What's the score going to be?
Dude, I honestly think I honestly believe to me it's going to be over. I'll take the over if we're betting, but I believe the Chiefs are going to make it a non-competitive game.
I
Blowout.
think
I'm 34-21 Chiefs.
Yes, sir.
36-26 Chiefs.
Nice.
Yeah, we're definitely in the 30s for sure. But I the problem is like I'm not throwing out random ass numbers because like I don't know, but I believe that we're gonna make a statement.
Is it going to be Chiefs Frisco?
I also think Joe Burrow gets hurt. This is my my guess is that Joe Burrow does not come out of this game alive.
I mean, I hope he does come out alive. I don't want him to fucking die. Jesus
Are you
Christ.
serious? You want to die
like,
while he's
I hope
playing
he-
football?
I hope
Fuck
he.
you, Joe.
I hope he
This isn't a
tears
fucking
his other
game.
ACL.
I don't hope he gets hurt. I just think he's going to get hurt.
No,
because their
I just
offensive
think-
line's that bad.
I think that you know the craziest shit, man. Like somehow Kansas City just figures it the fuck out, and their team plays fucking hard. And I think Kansas City's gonna go in there. I think Kansas City's gonna walk through it, and then I think that
San Francisco.
San Francisco is gonna fucking shock you all, and I'm gonna get a fucking message from you, Kyle, and you're gonna be like, "Okay, I fucking get it now." I can't believe I fucking that's
hey,
real.
so, hey, if we're guessing,
You kill it on the Kyle
Listen,
impersonations, by the way. You nailed that.
Yeah.
listen,
Goat boy.
If this is my guess with that score is going to be a wider margin. I think it's going to be something like 14-27.
No.
I agree.
I think it might be 14 to
Defense and running the ball. It's going to be a low scoring game. 17-21, something like that.
Who do you think?
Odell Beckham throws a touchdown.
That's a
Hammer that prop.
I like that prop. all right. But who do you think would win in a matchup? The Rams or Green Bay?
Rams
100% all day.
in the playoffs.
No, just. In
I don't know.
general.
A regular season, Green Bay wins, but in the playoffs, Rams win.
I say Green Bay wins either way.
Like I'm saying, dog. Like
Wait, you think? Okay, yeah.
I think that the Rams are just too inconsistent.
We're
They're
having-
unproven. They lost 2 games to the 49ers.
Aaron Rodgers is not good in the playoffs.
I mean, he won a Super Bowl, Kyle. So
he
what
did.
are you talking about?
He did win a Super Bowl. How
He
long
has
ago
11
was
and
that?
he still has a winning record in the playoffs.
Yeah.
we're having.
Of course,
we're gonna
because he's got
refresh.
to go through 2 rounds before he loses in the
We're
NFC
going back.
championship.
Kansas City Chiefs.
He lost his first game this time.
49ers. It's gonna be like that.
He lost his
When the
first
Chiefs lost in the Super Bowl, the world went to shit. Just saying.
It's true.
It's got to get back to normal.
Freaky Friday. And
It was actually when we won, but
Either way,
I don't know.
it's been that long.
I don't know when our next official podcast with everybody here is going to be, but it's going to happen.
Dude, we're having a
Meanwhile,
live podcast on the parade.
Live
podcast.
parades the next time you guys see us. But that's all. If you guys have not already, please share the podcast. Please tell your friends. Hopefully you feel extremely smart after this last podcast. And you share it up. Share it up with all your friends. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening.